Hey friends, it's time to begin the best damn meeting online with Polly, Drunken, and Snoot. It'd be great if they were on time. Hey, dude, should we have some news? Couple Squad by Jacqueline. Come and join the Goose Fleet overlords and watch the AAA meeting.
Oh, boy, Pinky making it even hotter here in the UK. Hello and welcome to the AAA meeting where one of the A's means ampersand. And it's Monday, my dudes, which means your host is your least favourite drunken uncle. It's me, Drunken Uncle. And I'm joined, as always, by my colonial co-host and collaborator, as Sinatra says.
Yo.
Yeah, let's play one of my favourite fucking games, shall we? Where the fuck is Polly?
Over there.
Nah, he's gone. He's gone. Ashley Mented coming. Hey, Ashley, good God, long time no see. Throws a $5 super chat saying good evening to all you guys and chat. Hope you had a wonderful Monday. Just wanted to say hi and send some love your direction. Aww. Thank you very much, Ashley Minted. I'm glad to see you're still out there rocking up the world, my girl. And if the world says no, then you just hold it down by the shoulders and make it say yes. Ah, boy. Monday today, Sin, as I'm sure you know, because I'm hosting it, and time being linear, all of that. How are you? How was your weekend, my man?
Very good weekend. I enjoyed myself a lot. Got pretty drunk. Had our stream last night. Did some gaming with you and Ed Saturday night. That was fun.
Oh, didn't you? Oh, my. You came on Friday as well. You did a stream on Friday as well, didn't you? Because you came, you helped you.
Oh yeah, we streamed Friday when we played the game.
Yes, we did. Yeah, for the first time that has been streamed, at least amongst me and my community. Anyway, that game, mate. Of course, we didn't stream it on Saturday, but that was when we met the demon first of all in that game, wasn't it? Walk into the room.
Yeah.
Went, Spirit, can you hear me? And it went. We're like, right, see you in the van.
Yeah, well, you said that. Ed and I actually went in the house and, try to deal with the thing.
I played it with Bear last night. And, he got, suitably freaked out by it. It was quite good. We were playing on the next difficulty. And the ghost came out to the van. I had died, but the ghost came out to the van and was banging on the door. And it broke the door down, and he just hit the fucking steering wheel. He just left the fucking... It broke the door down. Yeah, it was ready to get in the van, and he just fucking ended the level. Like, I'm done. That was a good stream as well. If you people are Twitch watchers, then be sure to subscribe. Well, follow, rather. Irate Alex over on Twitch. Lamented Guide throws $1 to streamlabs.com/drunkenuncle, saying, hey, howdy. Hey, it's Monday, folks. And you know what that means. It's time for the AAA. Get ready to laugh, cry, and rage, maybe all at once, just like your schizophrenic great aunt. How do you know about my schizophrenic great aunt? What's on the menu tonight, Drunker? Well, fucking hell. Not Polly, apparently. It's a Polly-less menu. It's the vegan option. No otter. For some fucking reason. And we're going to have some bants. The bants. Everyone likes the bants. Then we're going to get onto some news. News-wise, I've got... forget Florida Man, mate. You've heard of Florida Man, but wait until you hear about Right-Handed Man. Then we're going to go on to a game. We have a cheeky game. And after that, we're going to have some pudding. Actually, no, the game is the pudding, isn't it? And then we're going to retire for some brandy and cigars. And, I feel it's actually cool enough that I might be able to get a Twitch stream on tonight.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah. I mean, it's still warm. It's muggy. It's humid. The heat is hanging in the air. But it's not like it's back to Britain. It's overcast a bit, and it has cooled down. It's still very much t-shirt and shorts weather, but I'm not sat there melting like an Englishman never should. So I think we could do it, Sin. I think we could do it.
I hope so.
Yeah. And speaking of actually doing it, fuck a doodle do. Hey, Polly.
Hey.
Explain yourself!
Would any explanation I offer possibly be a satisfactory one?
That's true.
Well, I mean, like last week, yeah, your car broke down. That was fine. I understand that.
I've got that back, by the way, for a number of days now.
Okay. So it wasn't the car breaking down, is it?
No.
Right. Go on.
Well, it's a long and, frankly, at times sordid tale of fighting jihadis, rescuing orphans, retrieving information critical to national security, but I won't bore you.
No. Bore me. I love national security. That's my favourite kind.
That is my favorite kind.
Not big on jihadis, though, but... Yeah,
Name 6 national securities.
I just got to name 6 nations, haven't I?
No, you have to name 6 national security agencies.
Agencies?
It's easy. CIA, FBI...
Ah!
What?
Drunkle.
Oh,
Not the CIA or the FBI.
You didn't address it to anyone. You just said it to
true. It's true. You didn't. Right, well, CIA.
No, that doesn't count.
What? Oh, come on, mate. That's your fucking national security there. Of course.
Hey, I said not
Have some
CIA or
pride.
FBI.
Did you Nazi IA? What? Is that one?
Not CIA.
MI5, MI6, Department of Homeland Security, Secret Service, the Mossad.
Nah, Secret Service doesn't count.
Why don't they count?
Because they're
Too
just for the
secret.
president and the executive branch.
And who
They're
does
not
the
national
president work
security.
for?
But they are just specifically for that person. They are not national security.
But like, if
They're not
someone killed the
They're
president,
actually not for
wouldn't
that person
be-
specifically.
wouldn't
That's
that
just
be
one of their
Well, they're
jobs.
for the
They also handle
executive.
counterfeiting.
If the president got killed or assassinated in this case, then would that not be like a huge national security issue?
Yeah, but that's not the Secret Service.
Are they not securing the nation? It's the person who leads the nation, and they are in charge of the security.
The Secret Service doesn't count. Give me another one.
But you don't get to decide that.
I do get to decide that, actually. I am Taskmaster right now.
All right. MI7, MI8.
MI8
I mean, look, we all know about MI6, right? So presumably it goes down to 1.
I think the MI 1 through 5 have been decommissioned.
Yeah, but this is still a national security. And then KGB.
They don't exist anymore.
No one specified, Polly.
Not fair enough.
You didn't say like current national security.
Oh well, then name Queen Elizabeth, like John D. There,
Queen Elizabeth's John D.
Yeah, you know, John D. advisor to Queen Elizabeth. He advised her on national security as well as being like a weirdo spiritual magicalist.
Of course, I went to school with him.
Did you?
Well, there's only one school here in Britain.
Oh.
Oxbridge. Oxbridge, yeah. There's also only one timeline as well. So when it says like, oh, did you know that Winston Churchill went to that one school in Britain? Yeah, we were in the same class because there's only one fucking timeline, and it's all present. So I know all of them, mate. Henry VIII, fucking hate him, fat bastard. Never got on with him. Proper womanizer as well. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But, you know, he was willing to marry a black woman.
Well, he took one for the team there, didn't he? Do it for England, Henry. Well done. Guest person on YouTube says MS-13. That's another one. Yeah, brilliant. MSG.
Yeah, national security. Yeah.
MSG is another one.
MLB.
MIB is like the Men in Black. You tell it that's worldwide security. This is like the nation of the earth that we're talking about here, you know? Right, I'm taking your drink away anyway, Polly, because that was a poor fucking excuse that you gave me. Yeah.
Can you say that I even really gave you one?
Not really, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want?
So
I'll give you your drink back if I'm satisfied with your not excuse, but reason.
No.
No drinks for Polly.
No, because you know why? You gotta take it away anyway for something minor or petty, a minute or 3 or whatever from now. So just take the fucking thing.
Okay, well, just that you're going to actually sit further away from it as well. No drinks for you.
Oh.
If I'm putting the drink on the floor. Yeah.
Sinatra, I get the very real opinion that Drunken should never be trusted with any kind of authority, no matter how small. You know what I mean?
I agree.
It's just...
Mate, I'm head of MSG. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
The flavor enhancer.
I'm protecting Flavor Town. How you doing today, Polly?
I'm all right. I guess. Sure.
I guess.
Is that it?
Sure.
That's all we get. You're not like nursing any wounds from fighting jihadis. I'm sure there was a car chase in there at one point as well.
Yeah, that story was about as realistic sounding as Black Widow was realistic looking and feeling. Have you seen Black Widow? Did you watch it?
I have not yet. I heard it wasn't great.
No, when you're talking about like when you're talking about like fighting people in car chases and so forth, it's just like that came to mind.
Well,
I've seen it.
It's like the
I watched it.
conventions of the modern action film, isn't there? There's explosions, gunfight, always going to be a car chase. The guy's gonna get disarmed and have to fight someone hand to hand, or
you're not wrong.
Even better,
you're not wrong, but it's just
goes,
like those things are conventions, but it's like I don't know. It would be like saying, okay, two guys get involved in a fist fight. Now it either looks like two autists slugging it out in a fucking made for their own idiotic fun action fest of recorded with a fucking camera phone in the fucking forest that some idiots put up on YouTube, or it looks like a Jason Bourne fight scene.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? Well, they're both just fight scenes. Aren't they the same thing? No, they're not. If you watch Black Widow, the green screening is obvious. The CGI is obvious, like on the level of like Black Panther obvious, where Black Panther's...
Yeah.
When Black Panther was fighting, what's his name? Warmonger? And it just looked like a video game cutscene.
Oh,
and
that,
really bad
that ruined the film for me. That did.
Yeah. Well,
like,
legit,
I'm not even exaggerating. Like, it ruined the goddamn movie. That did. And that was the whole thing that the whole fucking film was leading up to, and it was shit.
Yeah. Like Scarlett, you would think that Scarlett Johansson would be playing, or Natasha Romanoff was supposed to be a Captain America-like character, that she had a super soldier serum. She's not. She's just like some woman, right?
Well, she's just shit hot. She's a trained assassin, right? Since she was young.
Yeah.
She's a weapon.
Yeah, but she doesn't have adamantium bones, which is what you would think from watching this movie. She gets like literally dropped out of a fucking airplane, bounces off of a roof, hits 17 fire escapes on the way down. And I'm not making this up. Hits a whole bunch of fire escapes on the way down and bounce, and boom, and hits the ground. And she gets up, and she immediately gets up and goes, ooh, and kind of holds her ribs and just kind of walks away.
It's those thighs, man. The thighs protected her legs.
Well, that's why I watched the movie, you see. It was, Scarlett Johansson. And ass.
Yeah.
And ass.
Yeah.
It was Scarlett Johansson in a catsuit. That's why I watched the movie.
I can't blame you for that one.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So at least you got some enjoyment out of it. It was purely visual.
I guess, much like He-Man, she's not really the center of the film. It's really more about all the other revolving characters around her, like, and ScarJo really culls that role in, like, give me the money, shut up, what do you want for it? I'm going to my trailer.
Do we have trailers? You tell him Steve Dave throws $1.99 to streamlabs.com/drunkenuncle, saying getting an answer out of Polly is going to be like getting an answer out of you, chat. Here's the question. Why does that ratio fucking suck so hard? I see you lazy bastards refusing to hit one button, like, share, make the ratio great again. Fuckers. Thank you, Steve Dave, for popping up, taking Alamo's position right there. It's like he never left. This is great. He's like the new Captain America, except good, I suppose. No, Johnny Walker, they called him as well, wasn't it? I couldn't take that seriously. Like, it's just a fucking walking bottle of whiskey with a fucking American shield. Look, in my mind, it was actually way more interesting. That's I'm referring to the show, Captain Commie and Birdman. What was it called? Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah.
Did you call it Captain Commie and Birdman?
Yeah, I mean, when I describe it as that, it sounds a lot better than the show actually was. Woefully disappointed.
That's like, I kind of want to watch Captain Commie and Birdman.
It does sound better, doesn't it? Honestly.
No, but it sounds like a proper farce. Like they're doing a send-up of something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay, I want to see this. Sure.
But even they did exactly the same thing, like you're chasing a truck. So there's your car chase, and then they get on the truck and they're fighting on top of the truck. Normally that would be a train, but this time it was a moving truck. And then lots of explosions. Someone gets shot. An old friend dies, and the man goes mental. Like, we could actually sit here, right, the three of us, and just write a generic action film. And you just do it like scene by scene like that. All right, now we're going to have a car chase. Now there's going to be a point where, the guy he's fighting has ran out of ammo, so he throws down his gun and pulls out a knife. But our hero, the main protagonist, goes, oh yeah, all right. So he throws down his gun, which has got loads of ammo in it, by the way, but also pulls out a knife and says something like, let's dance. Just to show how fucking hard he is, how fucking tough he is. All right, I'll take you down hand to hand, even though I could have just shot you right away. Always fucking happens. Action movies suck.
No, you know what? I don't see. This is what I'm saying. That's not true. Because it could be like, okay, there's a subgenre of action films, heist films, right? It's very, very well established subgenre of films. And it's like, yeah, I guess I could go ahead and do what you just did. Describe it like, well, what? Come on, what happens in every heist film? They steal some shit.
I mean, yeah.
Well, yeah, but like, I mean, sometimes it's done to an epic level of awesomeness where there's an incredible amount of tension in the planning that's involved and the blah, blah, blah. And then sometimes it's complete trash. Yeah, it happens. Like, I mean, what's Nas's line? No idea is original, nothing new under the sun. It's never what you do, it's how it's done. Yeah.
In every heist movie, there's also, they get caught. And at the end of it, and then like the real heist was revealed that only the main guy knew.
That is a bad overused convention. I would like to see that one. Well, it doesn't always happen. I'd like to see that done freshly, like, because good luck. It's been done to. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was the worst part of the remake Ocean's 11. Because in the original Ocean's 11, not only does that not happen, spoilers, they don't even get away with it. I mean, that's the great twist of the original Frank Sinatra, Rat Pack, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. classic.
Yeah.
I mean, and then in the remake with Hollywood Overpaid Boys, the movie, yeah, it's exactly what you just said. It's like, they get caught, oh my God, and then the real heist is revealed.
I pay for your food, you brittle-boned fuck.
Boned fuck.
A Twitter progressive. Thank you for the $3, Twitter progressive. You watch Black Widow to look at Scarlett Johansson for her body and not for a strong female in a Marvel movie? Sexist. I will get my 0 followers in lonely hot Twitter takes and cancel you immediately, you hypocrite. Watch out, sir. Shoots foot.
You don't need a strong female protagonist in Marvel. We've got Tom Holland for that.
Wow. Two angry Twitter mobs offended, same time. Well done.
Fucking
nice.
A. Let's try and get it to 3. Sinatra, I'm looking at you, buddy.
Actually, Tom Holland fans are probably their own individual pitchfork and torch crew, aren't they?
They're not people. I mean, who actually knew Tom Holland before fucking Avengers? Captain America 2, Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
I never heard of him, and he's fucking British, apparently. With a name like Holland as well, should be Dutch. Tom
yeah, like
Britain.
Johnny Chicago.
Tom
I mean, it's clear where
England.
he's from. I mean,
exactly, right? Jamal Africa. Could you be more specific? No. No, I have been looking forward to the Black Widow movie though, because she is a very, very cool character. I mean, she's out there with the Avengers,
they ruin
rocking with gods. Do you know what I mean? And people often will go like, "Oh, so do you like Hawkeye as well?" No, because he's just a fucking soldier. She's an assassin. She was trained to kill from a very, very. All she knows is what she is now.
I'm going to give spoilers that aren't. These are. How can I say this? polycynical about movie non-spoilers. How
Oh,
about that?
polycynical. This is the new section of the show. Polycynical.
It's a personality orientation. I'm polycynical. Okay, for a movie about assassins, there isn't a single assassination in the whole film. Not one.
Uh-oh.
Okay. That is a
Well, that's a
spoiler.
problem. That is a problem. Okay,
Yeah,
there's no full frontal shower nude scene with Scarlett Johansson. I mean, that's
a
obviously a
problem.
fail.
That's a problem.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a big fail. I mean, they didn't even fuck around with a body double. We don't even get to see her walk naked in silhouette. I mean,
We
what the
weren't
fuck?
paying you to act, woman.
You saw
Well,
that in Ghost in the Shell.
what's that?
You saw that in Ghost in the Shell.
That's what I mean. Like, okay, you don't Scarlett Johansson. You know what? I only get naked for producers and direct. I mean, not for any amount of money. This is probably her position.
It can,
So,
it
yeah,
can
that-
ruin a movie. There. If you look at Swordfish, most of the budget went on Halle Berry's tits, and it was
Yes.
a terrible movie because of it.
But I don't know. That movie didn't make a very big impact on me. I mean, I've seen it, yes, but I don't remember it. I mean, I
I don't
remember
think
the
I've ever
tits.
even seen it.
There were, in
Well-
fact, Halle Berry's tits in it. It's true.
There were, yeah. But I'm telling you, man, that was half the fucking budget. I mean, the beginning of the movie was pretty good because they had like this big explosion. It was focusing on the ball bearings from this bomb that went off. Like it was heavy on CGI. It was good at the time. If I should imagine if I watched it now, I'd be like, oh my god, that is so fucking fake. But that's just a mark of the times, isn't it? We're spoiled for the realism of CGI now. I mean, if
Wait, what, did you just hear yourself? No. We're that's exactly the problem with CGI. Like at where it's at right now. Like you look at like Jurassic Park 1995, the CGI amazingly stands up very well, and the CGI dinosaurs look fucking great. Okay, the CGI in Black Widow, for example, is just like the CGI in Black Panther. It looks like a video game and a poorly done one by a shit dev studio. Like it looks
Yeah.
terrible. Like, but how many times can this woman be caught in the middle of a fucking exploding something and not have her hair singed nor the tiniest bit of soot on her? She was literally right in the middle of the fireball. How is this person not dead? Like she's on the level of like Hulk level invulnerability in this film, and it's retarded and it's not fun because for me it takes me out of it. And the repeated moments where, again, just being polycynical about it, because she's on a motorcycle on the streets of I
Streets
forget
of
what it
Rage.
was. Streets of Euro City, and Budapest or Istanbul or whatever,
Right.
Istanbul's Constantinople.
Yeah, or it should be.
Istanbul's Constantinople.
now.
Istanbul's Constantinople.
Yeah, I'm kind of over the Eastern European car chase trope.
But well, I mean, isn't it fun for you?
Okay,
though,
so-
because it's driven on the rose of the road. Like for an American
okay.
audience, it must be really tense.
Like so I say Natasha Romanoff, and I just did air quotes, it gets on a motorcycle because of course she can fly a plane, drive a car, drive a clown car with 10 other Scarlett Johanssons in
That's
it. Like she can
all
do
the
all
methods
the
of
vehicles.
transportation. Yeah.
Yeah,
Plane, bike,
jumps on a
clown
unicycle.
car,
Yeah, it's everything. You name it.
Fucking
Pops up some roller
unicycle.
skates, keeps going. And she does all the things in this movie.
That would have taken the edge off a unicycle chase. That would really, I'd love that. Or like a tandem bicycle, you got one person shooting, the other person steering.
Well, they're maintaining an oddly specific and constant distance from one another. In any case, you got Scarlett Johansson, she jumps on a motorcycle, right? And it's like, oh, it's totally her because of that completely blacked out motorcycle helmet that she just put on. That's totally not a body double stunt person, right?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely not.
And the body double person was like, it had none of Scarlett Johansson's shapely bodaciousness, so it was clearly not her.
She is quite shapely and bodacious.
Oh, agreed.
Yes. And so for 30 seconds, maybe the motorcycle chase lasts before her and her sister, but not sister, jump into a car. And from that moment on, it's just Scarlett Johansson and actress I can't remember the name of model person, inside of a car on green screen, like sitting in a studio in front of a green screen effect.
But they're doing the steering wheel.
Is it bad?
Wait, I mean, there's no moment, and then just some fucking stunt driving female with a red wig on that shot at distance for the rest of the car chase scenes. It's like the actual motorcycle chase lasted only for 30 seconds because, well, we don't want to fuck around there. Okay, now back to Scarlett Johansson in front of a green screen in a studio. This is what I'm saying. Like, you notice
really
it, you feel it watching it. The whole movie's felt like a giant throwaway.
It had such potential as well, because she's such a good character. Like, running around with actual gods and superheroes, and she's just got training, you know?
Yeah, and being sexy and stuff. Okay, listen, here was my fucking feeling about it. And we talked about this over on like Comic Book Creation months and months and months back, because that movie's been delayed so many fucking times. It's like, okay, wait a minute. All the things are here. So like 1980s throwback nostalgia is big with Stranger Things and 1,000 other fucking things. You know what I mean? Why not? And
is that series 4? Is it 1,000 other fucking things?
Yeah. So in any case, like, hold on. So she's from Russia. She's Natasha Romanoff. She's sexy. Espionage thrillers are always cool when done well. Why not make it a Cold War espionage thriller? And it's based in like some heavy duty 1980s nostalgia shit. Oh, yeah, that'd be good. So Natasha Romanoff, walks into the party in the sexy cocktail dress. You could like do a couple of Bond motif lifts. Like, you know what I mean? No, it was generic action film 7935A. Like, it was just, yeah.
It's sad though, isn't it? I wanted less of that. I was really worried that it was just going to be. Well, again, I've not seen it, but now I don't think I fucking want to. But it is just that generic. It's the fucking Natasha Romanoff identity style film. Like every even Born Identity was a little bit interesting because it wasn't just action. It was like, oh, who is he? But then once you figured out who he was, it was like, well, stop fucking making him, for God's sake. We know who he is.
Well, let me tell you how, like, what I'm going to ruin the movie for you in the same way that it was ruined for me.
Okay,
and ruined for everybody by the creators of the film who ruined the film. He said, oh, well, she's this interesting character. Okay, well, they completely destroy all that. She's not Black Widow because she's Natasha Romanoff. She's Black Widow because she's one of the Black Widows. She's from a giant squad of female assassins that are all recruited in the exact same way to be one of the widows. That thing that she wears, that equipment she has, the wrist zappers and all that stuff, that's just their standard equipment. She's just one of a million. Literally a million.
It's just that's fucking crap, innit? Because like she's rocking around with fucking Tony Stark. Oi, Tone, soup up my gear. Nah, you're all right. Fucking Russian standard issue Black Widow department. You're fine. Fucking
yeah.
Tone,
Somebody could have said that to her. It's like, you're fine with that Black Widow standard issue equipment that every one of you has used and we're all perfectly aware of because we're highly informed SHIELD people or whatever the fuck. Yeah, absolutely. It's like, oh, well, that's a great way to completely undermine the originality and interest in her character. Wait a minute. If she hated this Red Room thing so fucking much and being recruited into this and forced to be an assassin, blah, 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 blah. And lest we forget they totally ripped her uterus and ovaries out as well.
Yes, yeah.
Why would she still be wearing their fucking uniform and going by the fucking name?
It's the only clothes she's got, man. Misogyny.
Okay.
I do remember when I was younger, I did see a very it was an assassin movie in much the same vein, well, not vein, but what I was hoping for from Black Widow. A girl, her parents died when she was very young. She was taken into this academy, and it turned out that they were training them to be killers. The whole Red Room thing, where they learned how to kill, and she had to kill someone, pass the fucking red test, earn her bones, whatever you want to call it, and then get sent out on a job. If she makes it back from that, then she'll start getting fucking proper contracts. If she doesn't, then she's dead. It doesn't matter. That was like the real test. And the whole movie was about her growing up and eventually trying to get out and live a normal life. And I can't remember the name of the movie, but that is exactly what I was really hoping for with Black Widow. But it sounds like they just fucking screwed it, mate. They just went, no one wants actual character development. They just want like a squishy ass shot and some explosions and a car chase.
You know what? And where was my gratuitous fan service? Okay, no, I don't get to see a Scarlett Johansson body double naked in silhouette. I don't even get to see that. You denied me that. I even got to see that for, what's the lady's name that normally goes with white hair, but in this film she was much better with as a brunette. She played a better character than American. What's her name? That wasn't very specific and helpful, was it?
Terrible explanation. Like, who the fuck are we meant to be thinking of right now?
Okay, the film that I'm talking about that she was in where she played the hot American was the Terminator Genesis. She played Sarah Connor. She's the dragon mother.
Emmeline, fucking Khaleesi, mate. Khaleesi.
Amelia Clark.
There you
Amelia Clark. Okay, Amelia Clark. When she's in her setup, her gear, her look, like with the hair and the motorcycle jacket and everything, as Sarah Connor, it's hot as fuck. Holy shit, Amelia Clark just rocks that look.
Sarah
really,
Connor
really
syndrome,
well,
though, isn't it? Like, you're gonna find her attractive no matter what, because Sarah Connor is like.
You got a point.
Good
It's
God.
true.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're not wrong. Yeah, Sarah Connor has like a sexy thing unto herself, which is what feminists will never understand. Competency is sexy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
You know. It was but in any case, the okay, and in Terminator Genesis, yeah, I got my body double naked in silhouette shot. Cool. I mean, that wasn't Amelia Clark. I'm fine, but at least I got that. But I was denied that
because we have seen her tits.
Yeah.
So
the whole internet has.
It's not good. It's not going to be the first time, you know. It's not going to be like, look, I have shown my tits on arguably one of the most popular TV shows of all times, which, like, pretty much everyone in the fucking world, apart from a very small handful of people who went, no, I've read the books, it's going to be shit. Like, everyone.
Hold your fire! This man isn't black!
What?
Hello chat people and AAA people.
Hey,
I
Kyle.
just realized something today. A lot of modern shows and movies are taking the Kojima approach to storytelling. Throw in whatever crazy stuff you can, regardless if it makes sense.
Kojima approach.
Kojima.
Kojima. Could be Spanish, we don't know. Soft J.
No, it's Japanese.
Hojiro Kojima,
Oh, okay.
isn't his name? Hohiro?
Kojima Productions. They did Death Stranding, Metal Gear, shit like that.
To just like throwing in crazy shit and seeing if it sticks. But then
What's
I mean,
the walking that he did?
I appreciate you like what you're saying there, Carl, and I agree with you on halfway, I suppose. But then there is also, when it comes to Hollywood, there is a thing of like there is the modern convention of certain genres of films. As we said about the heist, you know, they get caught in the end, but it turns out that wasn't the real heist. Happens every time. Any heist film now, that will always fucking happen. Hell, even heist TV shows will still fucking do that week after week. There was one made by the BBC called The Hustle, or Hustle, I think it was. Every episode, it was like, oh, we did this, but here's what we really did, right at the end, you know? And you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. What is the difference between this episode and the one I watched 3 hours ago? It's just fucking terrible. But even with action movies, car chase, fucking fist fight.
No, see, you're being again. I don't
building.
know. I can't accept that, man. Look, you think about. Okay, so I'm a big fan of westerns, the western genre of films, right? Okay, how many westerns does this conform to this description? Okay, ex-gunfighter used to be a badass back in the day, but he's hung up his fucking 6 guns because he's just done too many bad things and doesn't want to deal with it anymore. Okay, meets a redemptive woman. Finds a new
saddles.
Right? Finds a new life. This is great, but then the bad guys come to town and hurt his friends. So he's got to pick up his guns and put on his spurs one more time to deal with these men. Doesn't want to. You know, blah blah. Okay, yeah, and what? Sometimes it's been done really, really good. Sometimes it's been done really, really bad.
You just described the plot to The Highwayman with Woody Harrelson and fucking Kevin Costner.
Well, really? With Kevin, I love Kevin Costner as a cowboy.
That was it, you know? Oh, fucking had a good woman, hung up his guns, but then as people approached him and went, oh man, we need you to take down Bonnie and Clyde. And his wife went, no! And he went, I'll be back.
I gotta do what I gotta do. Like, okay, I mean, that's more or less that's the plot to Unforgiven, which was fantastic. And I thought, like, oh, well, this is going to be done to death. Speaking of Kevin Costner as a cowboy, it's the plot to Open Range with Kevin Costner and Robert Duvall, and it's an out-fucking-standing film.
It's the plot to anything with guns. Divine Petulance.
What difference? But
John
you're missing
Wick.
the point. What difference? What difference? Well, no, that was his dog, not his woman.
Come on. The love for a dog is greater than the love for a woman.
But and therein lie the point.
That
It's
is just accurate.
It doesn't. Well, I'm sure Shelley was happy to hear that. My point being,
She knows. She knows the score. I love my dog.
It can be done well or bad, man. I mean, think about it. People say, "Oh my God, I can't stand these fucking these stupid internet live streams. It's just three idiots insanely yammering at each other, and expect everyone to find what they say funny." Yeah, and it can either be done
AAA
terribly or it
and-
can be done awesomely, like the AAA.
Then we come along and blow everyone out the water. Oh, we got
Yeah.
bants, we got news, we got a game, we got a couple of questions at the end. Oh, it's different.
Do we have
every
news?
week, guys? Yeah, we got. Do you want some news?
Holly just
okay,
described the first Red Dead Redemption.
It fucking
Thank you,
is
Black
though. That's just like I think in the West at least. I mean, Japanese cinema. They and to a certain extent as well, fucking Korean. They are very, very good at pulling the rug out from under your feet. Like what you think is going on isn't going on at all. But in the West, I think we just got so fucking lazy, Polly.
Fucking old boy.
But was that you enjoyed it or you didn't like it?
That was the perfect example of that. A movie that just at the end completely fucking changed.
There you fucking go. I mean, do you see what I mean, Sinatra? Like maybe it's because like we require things to have teams of writers instead of one person doing something and loving it. You know, that's their baby. They work on it for fucking ages. Well, that still happens, but then they hand it over. It goes to a production company, and they go, "All right, we're gonna give it to our writers' room, and they're gonna fix it for you." I'm fixing it just means car chase, fist fight, someone hangs off the edge of a building, a helicopter explodes.
Okay, now all of those things you just described happened in Die Hard, and in the last 5 minutes of the movie, actually, helicopter explosion, someone hanging off the building.
Yeah, and that was the
but
production company insisted that the helicopter explodes at the end. That was them.
But come on, it was done well there. Where it's done terribly, all those things actually happen in Black Widow, but doesn't matter. It's terrible. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Die Hard was like action movies didn't really exist as we know them until Die Hard came along. That was like one of the first fucking big ones, you know, that we know it now. Fucking big explosions, big old gunfights and shit. Like fucking budget. Just make it loud, make it bright. Die Hard was one of the first. Before that, there was a lot. I mean, it was a lot more class to it before that. Do you know what I mean?
And this has been Poorly Understood Cinema History with Drunken Uncle.
Well, I mean, I watched a fucking documentary on the making of Die Hard, and they just said exactly what I said, you know.
They just pumped up the thing to a new level that they were attempting to pump up.
But then now every action movie is basically just a copy of Die Hard. It's exactly the same conventions.
I still maintain that Bruce Willis should have been nothing but a
Pump
TV
it
actor.
up.
It's just the way it is.
Say that again, Polly.
Huh? I still maintain that Bruce Willis was always meant to be nothing more than a TV actor. I mean, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean I haven't seen Bruce Willis films that I like. I'm just saying that when you look at the man act in front of the camera, it's like, wow, you belong on TV, possibly a soap opera.
Well, he was before that, wasn't he? I mean, he was in
Yes,
the
he
fucking
was.
soap opera before. What was the name of it?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Honeymooners, the Mooners.
There you go. He was
Sky
just
mooning,
some, like, fucking
night mooning,
snarky little bastard, wasn't he?
over the moon.
Someone
To the
shot
moon.
the moon. You notice how it wasn't over the Luna?
Luna.
Do you notice that? Yeah, weird. Right, let's get to some news. But before we do, if you wonderful people in the chat want to be like, this is Carl, you tell him Steve, Dave, and Lamented Guide, and of course, indeed, Ashley Minted, then you too can support this podcast, our channels, and indeed ourselves by throwing us your hard-earned cash at streamlabs.com/drunkenuncle, streamlabs.com/Sinatra_says live streams, and streamlabs.com/polydublive. or there is the cheeky super chat option found at the bottom of the chat box, so all the world can judge you by your spelling mistakes. But if you don't have the money to spare, we just don't feel like it, that's cool too. We're just glad you're here. Though, that being said, still, hit up that Streamlabs. Should we have some
That's what it was. Luna lighting. Thank you.
It wasn't the fucking lunar lighting, you twat.
You don't call out chat like that. Divine Petulance was just...
Divine Petulance is going in a fucking timeout, mate. Fucking lunar lighting. Gavin! Jesus. Right, let's have some fucking news.
All right.
As always, starting off with the Babylon Bee, and of course it's some Olympic news, as the Olympics started, yesterday? To improve Olympic chance... Olympic, nice, well done, Drunken. To improve Olympic chances, US women's soccer team replaced by 15-year-old boys team in wigs. And why is this funny? Because the 15-year-old boys team beat the fucking tits off of them before. Absolutely
yes,
wonderful.
They did.
Babylon B, you never fucking miss. And he looks like an anime version of the captain of the US women's fucking football team as well. And I hate that hoe. That fucking, I deserve this, bitch. No, you earned it. No, you just fucking sit there and go, I fucking deserve it. It was a team game, you pink-haired wanker. Right, let's move on. It's more Olympic news. Olympic officials confident they can keep swimmers clear of sewage. Not something you would really hope to hear if you were an Olympic
you know
swimmer.
What? If I was an Olympic swimmer and I was going over there, I'd be like, oh, I wouldn't even think about it. But then I see this and I go, oh.
Yeah, like you felt the need to say it. And that is...
I don't understand. Like, they don't have pools? They're like making them swim in rivers where they do industrial dumping?
Oh, this is the triathlon.
Oh, gotcha. So like long distance over the with the running and the biking and the swimming and whatnot.
And the running and the biking and the swimming.
That's why I think the Kathletes are the most impressive athletes of all. It's like, I can run fast for 100 meters. It's like, oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I got to do 10 other things, including like jumping through flaming hoops and shooting a gun and
hanging off a building, have a fist fight with someone. Like,
fighting a redemptive woman, shooting the bad guys that came to town. Yeah. 20 minutes of speed dating. You know, it's a hell of a ride.
Like you got to get 5 matches on Tinder before you can get next to the next round. You know. Fucking hell. In Tokyo's Infinite Wisdom, they are due I think what they're referring to as a tropical storm, which is going to this little bay here where the triathlon is going to take place. The men's are going to be on Monday, that is today, but tomorrow is the day that the women's decathlon happens, and that is the day that the fucking tropical storm is due to happen, is going to flood the sewers and push all this Japanese pee and poo out into this water. They couldn't just re-fucking schedule, could they?
Okay, look, I'm a little bit off today. I don't know if you guys noticed. I might be medicated, and I'm combining it with copious amounts of caffeine that have been like rush mainlined here. Okay, so if you know the bicycle races like the Tour de France and all that. Where
you didn't need to put the accent on it. I would have known what you meant if you just said Tour de France. Yeah, fine. Yeah.
It's like, all right, and go.
That's
like,
French for touring France.
The whole crowd of cyclists take off with their little gay bikes or carbon fiber bikes, and you end up getting like a few of them crushed underneath it. Yeah. I say we need a unicycle race and add some fucking challenge to it. So you got a squad of like 50 or 75 of them. Imagine the crash that's gonna happen when all. Imagine them all trying to build up the momentum when they're all packed in that tight at the start.
All right, I'm with you, but I want to add that everyone has to dress up like a clown in order to do it. Just so when there is that crash at the beginning,
and get the outfit on real quick.
I think it's funnier to think of them in the traditional biking gear, with the biking shorts and the aerodynamic helmets and all that stuff. But they're on a fucking unicycle.
Because when there's that crash at the beginning, if they're dressed as clowns, it's just going to be like, it's going to be. It sounds brilliant.
That's good. Hold on. What's the top land speed on a unicycle? You have to figure it's slower than a bicycle. Let me look that up.
I had a friend who used to ride a unicycle to work. Actually, even better than that. I went... This was years ago, and I fucking... we wanted to get some weed, and we didn't know anyone, but someone knew someone, and it was a guy down in the rough end of the city, right? You know, like the area where all the people live, right? Like the English ghetto. And fucking, so we get down there, and the guy goes like, yeah, fucking, right, I'll meet you at the car, but right, don't have your wallet out ready or anything, because it just looks suspect. Okay, absolutely fine. He arrived on a fucking unicycle. Like, we were the ones that were meant to keep it low-key. And he was on a fucking unicycle. I ain't even joking. This is no word of a lie. A fucking unicycle. Yeah, we'll keep it low-key, mate.
hold on. I'm looking at a picture of an actual motor vehicle. It's a unicycle with handlebars.
Okay. Is that a unicycle, then?
The purpose?
Well, yes, it's got one wheel.
Oh, okay, so that is unicycle, one wheel, bicycle, two wheels.
With handlebars and a motor. So it's a moto unicycle.
All right, now I'm thinking clown-based Formula One.
I mean, this thing's pretty epic. Okay, well, I got some content for Wednesday. That's cool.
If we do like a clown-based decathlon, right? So you got the unicycle, then you've got there's a car-based version where you've got as many clowns fit into the car as possible before you take off from the start line, and then you finish it up with like making some balloon animals.
Well, see, now that should be the race. Like, add a little bit of challenge to it. Anyone can ride a unicycle, but how many people can ride a unicycle at top speed competing with other unicyclists, and all of them have women's soccer team players sitting on their shoulders?
Surrounded by the piss and shit of whatever fucking river this is in Tokyo.
Well, no, with the street littered with urine and feces. So they've got to avoid the various obstacles of,
So this is
log
the
of
San
shit.
Francisco
Look
Olympics,
out.
Is it?
Guy the oil slick, be careful, like that kind of thing. There's challenges.
Oil slick, banana skins. Someone throws a turtle shell out there.
Dodge the slippery toilet paper.
Yes.
All right, well, that's what's going on anyway. It is the women's decathlon tomorrow. Coincides with the tropical storm, which is due to send all the piss and shit from the sewers into that river, where they will be doing the swimming section of the decathlon. Thank fuck it's for the women's, though, eh? Like, if it were for the men's, someone might actually fucking care about it. Let's move on. German lawyers wrangle over pensioners' World War II tank in basement. This guy had a fucking tank in his basement. What does that?
I don't think he had a tank in his basement.
He had a tank in his basement, right? Lawyers in Germany are wrangling.
I need picture proof of the tank in the basement.
Here's the tank.
Yeah, but that's clearly not in a basement.
No, he lives in a place called Getty's Images, so the basements are very, very large there. Lawyers in Germany are wrangling
I just
over.
don't believe it.
What? Yeah, that's fine. It's on the news. Believe what you read on the news. The lawyers in Germany are wrangling over how to deal with a pensioner who stored a World War II tank, anti-aircraft gun, and torpedo in his basement. Now, this guy, I mean, he's a pensioner, so likelihood is he actually fought in this war. Well, I say fought in this war. He was more of a fucking collector, wasn't he? You're not going to use that one, mate. I'll have that. I'll keep it in my basement. Prosecutors and defence lawyers are now negotiating possible penalties, including a suspended sentence and a fine up to 500,000 euros, which is, even in pounds, quite a lot of money. The defendant, aged 84, must find new homes for the monumental items. According to his lawyer, a US museum is interested in purchasing the Panther tank, which is English for Panzer, as far as I know. Many historians argue it was the most efficient such vehicle deployed by Germany during World War II. The lawyer said that a number of German collectors had approached the defendant over other items, which included assault rifles and pistols. So he had like everything down there. Like,
he had that room in Boondock Saints where they were allowed to go in with a bag.
Yes! Or like that bit in The Matrix where he goes, we need guns, lots of guns. They filmed that in his basement, I'm sure.
Well, that's not The Matrix, but that was John Wick.
No, that was Keanu Reeves, but it was The Matrix.
then they used the same line in John Wick in the same kind of room.
Well, that was probably a little, to the Matrix.
I've only seen the first Matrix. I don't know.
That's the only one worth watching.
Yeah, you could.
Like,
I wish I could say the same.
You're not missing out on anything. I wish I didn't enjoy it so much. Now that I know it's about being trans, I'm just like, you fucking ruined that movie, haven't you? And it was great, for God's sake.
You can make yourself feel better
Eric,
by knowing
with
it
the
never
right
was about
question
being
in the
trans.
chat. Did they have rope?
Well, I mean, at the age of 84, I'm sure he was pushing rope. Well, what do you mean, did it have rope? What does that mean?
Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
What does it mean? Sinatra!
So what did they decide to do?
Yeah.
Look,
What's the result of the wrangle?
There's the result of the wrangle. Hey, Sinatra. They're looking at.
Yeah, okay, let's do it.
Okay. Trying to send it to museums.
I pay for your food, you brittle-boned fuck.
Brittle-boned fuck.
You know what? I'm gonna get that cat to just go meow meow fuck Sinatra meow meow fuck Sinatra.
It's
gonna be
you
ready
train
for
a
Wednesday.
cat to do that. That's impressive.
See, Thomas, thank you for the $3. How did that fucker get his hands on a fucking Panther tank? He should be allowed to keep it because the Panthers are special tanks that deserve some appreciation. I want to know how he got it down into fucking, like, isn't it in the basement the more impressive thing, see, Thomas? Like, okay, he got it. Cool, right. But how do you get it in the basement?
Because Ron Cadillac is fucking epic. That's how he fucking got it, mate.
Like, the only thing that I can think is that, like, he didn't, it wasn't really put in a basement as much as it fell in a hole, and then he built a house
Got a
around
house
it.
over the top of it, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. It says at a court hearing on Monday, the lawyers are trying to determine whether the man's military collection had violated Germany's War Weapons Control Act, although it does go on to say that many of the weapons are no longer functional, and the tank was bought as scrap. Now, here's an interesting thing. Here in the UK, it is perfectly legal to own a tank. Not just that, but you can drive them on public roads as well. I've actually seen tanks being driven just down the road. Like someone's going to work.
Turn signals and whatnot?
Do you know, I never noticed. I should look out for that in future, actually. There's got to be something to make it roadworthy, hasn't there? You have to have a turn signal, headlights. That's about it, isn't it? Is there anything else it needs?
Like tail lights.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I suppose, brake lights, because you don't want to be fucking driving into the back of a tank.
No, you want to avoid that as much as you can.
Your insurance company is never going to believe you. You know?
Yeah, I hit the back of a tank. Fuck off. No, I did.
Bollocks,
Shut up.
I hit the back because it didn't fucking put his blinker on when it turned left. Fuck off. Still, I mean, you don't believe that this guy had a tank in the bottom of his Getty Images basement, so I can't convince you. I can't convince you.
Yeah, no, I do not believe that he had this in his basement.
Back to the Olympics, though, and this is fucking brilliant. South Korean broadcaster apologizes for inappropriate TV images, right? So this was during the opening ceremony, and when the Italians came out, they showed a picture of pizza. Right, so this is Italy. Here's pizza. Ukraine came out, they showed a picture of Chernobyl.
Actually?
Yes. Romania came out, picture of Dracula.
Come on, this didn't happen. We fucking
Actually, look, it also used a picture of Dracula for Romania and salmon for Norway.
Oh my god.
It also referred to the US Marshall Islands as once a nuclear test site for the United States. Great Britain got a picture of the Queen, obviously. El Salvador, where cryptocurrency is now legal tender, was represented by a Bitcoin symbol. Fucking wonderful. Which one's more offensive, though? Sinatra, you've got Italian lineage. Is it the pizza? Or would you go, do you know what, actually Dracula's the worst one here?
I think Dracula might be the worst, or Chernobyl.
Chernobyl's pretty bad, isn't it?
Just waving that around.
Neither of them are good. But I mean, you can understand Italy and pizza, though. Yeah, you might not like it, but you can understand it. Well done, South Korea. You made me fucking laugh. Admin sacked to improve gender pay gap, win sex discrimination claim. Some good news, guys. Some good news. This is a London tribunal ruled that men axed after the director, and might I add, female director, vowed to obliterate the company's reputation for being full of white men. Right? So she comes in, she's the new fucking director. She goes, right, there's too many fucking straight white men here. You're fired and you're fired. And they went, oh yeah? Took it to fucking tribunal and won. Because that is sex discrimination, right? She did it for no other reason than going, there's too many men here. They actually got sacked because of their skin color and their gender.
Yeah.
Yeah? I mean, that pisses me off, but they won. That makes me feel better, mate. That gives me a fucking Getty
That's the only
Images
part that
smile across my
surprises me.
face.
Like, nothing is surprising about any of this except for that they won.
Right.
Sadly, yeah, yeah, fair enough. There were 5 men who were fired from the agency, but only 2 people went on to go, no, this isn't fucking right. And do you know what, boys? I fucking salute you. Fucking well done. We need more of that shit. It's misandry.
5 got sacked, but only 2 took it to the fucking tribunal. Imagine how the other 3 feel. I'm a coward.
I deserved it. I'm a straight white man.
I'm sure there has to be some of that in there.
Well, 1 in 5, eh? Fucking hell. The agency's then executive creative director, Lucas Pion, described the pay gap statistics as really, really horrible and said, in the World Cup of sucking at pay gap numbers, we made the final. Really hitting all the fucking buzzwords you could possibly hit there. But end of the day, it didn't fucking matter, mate. Because it was still fucking sex and fucking race-based discrimination. Suck a dick. You made the news. That's a fucking win, as far as I'm concerned. It sucks that it happened anyway, but it was a fucking win. Let's have some more of those. Or rather, let's have no need for it to happen in the future would be fucking better.
Yeah, right.
Let's go. Let's talk macaroni and cheese ice cream, though. Yeah, it came out the other day. Kraft macaroni and cheese ice cream debuted and sold out.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not even surprised by this shit anymore. If it exists, there's a market for it. People will buy fucking anything.
Well, I've never had
We saw that with the
macaroni and
Gamer
cheese.
Girl bathwater.
You never had macaroni and cheese?
No, I don't like cheese. Macaroni, I'm alright with.
Right. Yeah. Forgot
But,
you're a
like,
weirdo.
even if I did like cheese, I wouldn't want it in ice cream.
Steakhouse mac and cheese is the way to go.
But like steakhouse, I wouldn't. I love steak, but I don't want it in ice cream.
You know, I'm sensing
No,
a
you
pattern
don't.
here, Sinatra. Like, oh, I want a steakhouse salad, steakhouse mac and cheese, just steakhouse bathrooms.
Steakhouse bathroom.
Hold on, what's a steakhouse bathroom?
I don't know. I'm still not sure what the hell a steakhouse salad
It's
is.
like a steakhouse themed bathroom.
I'm just, yeah, that's what I mean.
Well,
But
there's a buffet
I just
of
think
toilet
Sinatra
paper you
likes
can use.
steakhouses in general to the point. I mean, like his games, gay bars, steakhouse. Like, it's an on-run. You should refashion your man cave streaming room to be a steakhouse. You know, wooden chairs, lots of beef. You know,
Yeah,
but don't act like this isn't a thing.
it's,
Okay,
I don't think it is.
everyone's
I don't
silent.
think
Oh, what's
it
Polly
is.
talking about? No, you know what I'm talking about, man. You fucking sandwich it in anywhere you can. Oh, you know what? I like the steak sandwich. Like, I mean, okay, great. Like,
Yeah. You
Live the
sandwich
dream.
it in, but you don't ice cream it in, Polly.
Well, we're not talking.
I mean, look, fucking Leo Prime in the chat, the fucking degenerate, says savoury ice cream doesn't sound so bad. It does. It sounds you shouldn't have savoury ice cream. Who fucking, however much you love fucking mac and cheese, you don't want it in ice cream.
Savoury ice cream.
Your fucking BLT flavoured ice cream.
Yeah, no, I get your point. It's no, I hear you. When you describe it as like anything
Fish
savory,
and chips ice cream. You know?
Okay, come on. Well, challenge. Is there any savory item whatsoever that would be good? Like, we know Sinatra would love ice cream with steak bits in it, but like anyone
No,
else,
thank you.
No, see,
well,
he wouldn't.
you don't need to deny it. It's fine. No one's judging.
Okay, make me steak ice cream, and watch what I do with it.
You treat it like the Branson pickle and just throw it out without even trying it?
Exactly.
He did try it. He dipped a pork scratching in it and then ate some and then threw it out.
Yeah, it was fucking awful. I don't know if it went bad, but it smelled like it went bad.
No, it smells like that.
Oh, that's just the smell of it.
That's
okay.
just the smell of
that
Branson
was
pickle, yeah.
terrible.
It's an acquired taste.
I don't know if I would call it an acquired taste. I think I might call it.
It's an acquired taste.
I think I would call it hot garbage.
I mean, the next package I'm going to send you is just going to be chock full of fucking fruit pastels.
Yeah, it's all I want.
Just a fuck ton of fruit pastels, and I may even push the boat out a little bit here. And I have to say push the boat out because of Britain's nautical history. I may push the boat out and say a couple of packets of wine gums. If you like fruit pastels, mate, you're going to love wine gums.
You sent me some wine gums.
I believe I already did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you have them?
I don't think they were good because they were kind of like melted together and had
well, they
had
were
this
Branston
weird
pickle
like,
flavored, so yeah, fair enough.
They had this weird greasy film on them, so I tried one. It didn't taste right, so I pitched the whole package.
It was money well spent me sending that package to him. Wasn't
Yeah,
it,
how
Colin?
much exactly? How much of the package ended up in the garbage?
Just those two. The fucking. I think they went bad or might have turned in the plane over here because it had this weird like almost dusty film on them.
I thought it
Like
was
if
greasy.
If I didn't know, it was like a dusty, sticky film.
That's what
And if I didn't know better, I would have thought.
Dust. That's an interesting thought.
How do I describe it? It's like sticky, but it looks like dust. Does that make sense?
Did you,
Like
eat
you ever
all
have
of
that
the,
dust in your house that you wipe it and your finger's just a little sticky?
No.
Yeah. No.
You know what I'm talking about? Like in your kitchen, especially.
In a steakhouse, though. So.
Oh well,
Yeah,
actually, you know what?
Greasy
Yes.
dust. Yeah, okay. That's like a mix
Yeah.
of.
It kind of felt like
the overhand
felt like
fan
that.
containing thing over the stove. Yeah, greasy dust.
Yeah. And if I didn't know better, I would say it started to mold. But
I don't think.
Well, did you
wine
eat
gums ever
all
go
the
off.
what are they called? Fruit pasties?
Oh, I love those.
pasties.
Yeah.
I love.
the fruit nip, the fruit
Sinatra
nipple
sent
covers.
me a packet of Takis, and mate, that's my shit. Oh, I love those. Those are good. I looked at fucking buying some more of those online, and it's like, a multi-pack for £12, and I might actually do it. I fucking love Takis, mate. That was good shit. The flavour was fuego.
You should you send him a box of Good and Plenty's. Watch him.
oh,
fucking
I did. I
those.
did.
I don't like Good and
What
Plenty's.
are Good and Plenty's?
The candy.
I
maybe I
narrowed it.
didn't.
It
I
was
thought
just
I
a
did.
box of diabetes he sent me, mate.
Oh, dude, Good and Plenty's are fucking good.
You really? I've never been a fan.
Oh, they sent me those.
Yeah, they're good. They're good grazing snacks.
The warheads, the sour sweets you sent me, and I was sat there
Oh,
eating
yeah.
when I got that.
Yeah.
And then, like about a week later, the shop around the corner from me started selling them. I'm like, fucking yes! Someone watches the stream. Get in.
So good and Plenty's are like candy-coated chocolate pills. Chewy
That
chocolate
sounds
pills.
plentiful, but not necessarily good. I mean, there were so many sweet things that Sinatra sent me, and I've still got about a quarter of them left. I've been working my way through them. Like, what was it, a ding dong? I didn't even want to eat that. I was just like, I have to because it's getting hot and it's going to melt. I'm sat there crying as I'm eating this thing. I don't want to fucking eat it.
All right, 3 stories in. I see all the tabs. We're an hour into the show. We're going to be here for the next 2 days.
You know why that? You know why the wine gum freaked me out? Because I bought and this happened many a year ago. I bought a bag of the Welch's fruit gummies. The hell are they called? Fruit snacks.
Welch's, yeah, they specialize in grape-flavored things, as far as I know.
Yeah, they were all moldy on the inside, and I looked and I saw that weird film on it. I'm like, and I took a bite and I was like, I just threw it out.
But these are wine gums. They don't go off. They just appreciate with age.
I don't think that's how that works.
Like a fine wine. Fat Todd 5 says, send him some jammy Dodgers. Yeah, I would, but I might as well cut out the middleman and just throw him in the fucking trash myself.
I think you did send me Jammy Dodgers. You did send me Jammy Dodgers. I can't eat
Jammy
those.
Dodgers. Yeah. You can see. You see?
No, but I can't. I'm allergic to the preservatives in them. But I gave them to my sister. She liked them.
See, I had to fucking send those to you because we played What's a Quid a while ago, and it came up with Jammy Dodger, and that has now become a word for someone who is incredibly lucky. Ooh, you Jammy Dodger. Yeah. So I had to send them to you, man. You didn't believe that Jammy Dodgers was a real thing. Right, Polly. Yeah, news.
You know they make mini vegan Jammy Dodgers, like brand name.
Really? Brand name Jammy Dodgers?
Well, that's what they're. What is that, like a nickname?
Well, no, like, because you got, like, many fucking supermarkets that make their own brand of it. It's essentially the same thing, but, like, Jammy Dodger is like the Rolls Royce of biscuit, you know? It's up there with Hobnob and the Chocolate Digestive.
The Chocolate Digestive? That's a brand name?
I don't want to get into it. It's not what it looks like. Ottawa man caught with pants down in pony stall. Whatever it looked like, police told him to put his pants on. In this story, there was an intruder on a farm in the stables. The police arrived, and there was a man with his pants down and his penis up. The smell of body lotion was very prominent. And they said, "Stop, freeze!"
Boy.
And he went, "It's not what it looks like." Turns out it was exactly what it looked like, as it was documented that the horse's genitals were shiny for 5 days afterwards.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, he got caught trying to fuck a horse. I mean, if you're going to fuck a horse, don't get caught doing it. You're going to end up on the fucking news. Your parents
My
are
Shark Pirate for $3.50. I read somewhere that the dusty film you see on food products, like what you had, or the dust and shredded cheese, is actually wood pulp, edible sawdust to keep them from sticking.
Oh, yeah. We tend to use starch over here. It's like what, you guys have jelly babies?
You mean jelly beans?
No. Well, yeah, all right, they're like jelly beans, but they're in the shape of babies. For some reason, because some people like take a weird amount of pleasure biting the head off first. But they'll be covered in starch to stop them sticking together in the packet. You guys don't have jelly babies?
Not babies. We have gummy bears.
No, I mean, thinking about it, it is weird that we're sat there eating babies made out of jelly, but hey-ho!
I'm
Culture's
Googling this.
culture.
Jelly babies.
At least they didn't fuck a horse.
Haribo jelly babies. And little babies made out of fucking sour shit.
Yep. I had a friend who, whenever she ate them, she would always bite the
and
head
it says,
off.
"Please don't bite my head off."
Yeah. My mate from years ago, she would always bite the head off first, so the jelly baby didn't suffer.
The juicy woosiest one. Right, I'm gonna see if I can buy these.
No, they're not good. They're not good. Go fuck Sufu said there's something called Sour Patch Kids. I am aware. Not sour
I forgot about Sour
enough.
Patch Kids.
Not sour enough for me. There was a sweet over here called Toxic Waste. It came in a little plastic barrel with like green goo, plastic green goo on the top. And that shit was fucking good. Oh, Toxic Waste, that was some sour shit. Loved them. Loved them. Right, let's move on from this guy who, it wasn't just a horse, it was a pony, which, as we all know, is a baby horse. Detroit woman tracks stolen car, drags thief from barbershop by dreads. This is not the guy
I have
right here.
a 2-pound package of jelly babies right here on Amazon
That's,
for
mate,
$20.
Clearly,
shit
he
out
wanted
your
that
ass.
horse cock. Of course cock. Send that asshole into shock. He got horse cock. Of course cock. Grab some lube and slam the day away. Sorry, couldn't resist.
It
He
was
and
the
Kenneth
horse.
the Opinion would make great friends if he were alive.
Oh, God. It was the horse who almost got the cock, anyway. We need a song put around the other way. This is not the guy in question. This is actually the guy who voiced Chucky in the Child's Play movies. For some reason, this is what's going on. But this woman got her, it was a Mercedes-Benz stolen, and she spent 2 days tracking the vehicle. she found out because this guy was fucking driving it around everywhere with his mates and everything, so it was seen multiple times. And she caught up with him when he was in a barber shop, went in there and dragged him out by his African fight snakes, right? Of course, we all know where it says dreads what kind of guy it was. There is a little picture of it happening right here. So, yeah, it was man. Mm-hmm. It was man. But as it turned out, like, after he stole it, he actually got the car detailed and everything. Like, when she got back in the car, she goes, yeah, I heard and I saw them that they were smoking and everything, but it's remarkably clean in here.
Yeah, I'd still be pretty annoyed.
She fucking wailed on this cunt. Not just that, but before she went and confronted him, slashed her own tyres so he wouldn't be able to get away. This girl was angry, you know. I don't think she wanted the car.
Fucking yourself over to own somebody else.
Well, I don't think she wanted the car. She wanted the thief. Which, you know, I mean, fair play to her. It's your car. You do what the fuck you want with it. And now, one of those dreadlocks is yours. Cut it off. Wear it around your neck as a trophy. Make sure... Put it on the fucking hood ornament on your Merc. Let people know not to fuck with you. You know what I mean?
You know what I would have done? I would have went and parked my car somewhere else and just watched them freak the fuck out when they walk outside and the car's gone.
Would they freak out, though? Because it's not...
Someone stole my fucking car!
But it's not someone stole the car that I stole.
Yeah, that's the idea.
French Navy to test new laser weapon system at sea. If you remember when we were doing the AAA before this AAA, we did see footage of it. And what was very, very strange was that it didn't make a fucking noise. But it's very, 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 very powerful shit. Now the French Navy are onto it as well. This looks like the future of naval warfare, Sinatra.
It's a light. Of course it doesn't make a noise.
But you expect it to at least be like, bwom, you know? Make laser beam noises. Pew, pew. I always found that quite jarring. But, of course, you know, not everyone's going to be happy about it. Namely, well, these guys. Conspiracy theorists think a town destroyed by wildfire was decimated by a massive laser. Now, I'm not saying they're wrong, but I'm just saying it's happening. You know, it's now no longer 100% impossible. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Right, let's steam through.
I mean, maybe, but I doubt it.
Over at the Daily Record, teenage daughter abandoned on desert island by parents in an attempt to tame her. Have you ever been grounded?
Wow.
I've been grounded, but I've never been marooned.
This is China, isn't it?
Well, this is parenting, to be honest. Yeah, I think it probably is, yeah. Yeah, in Shandong, in China, yeah. She was misbehaving, marooned on an island. Go learn yourself some goddamn island-based respect. The article itself does not say whether or not the parenting tactic worked. But I can but assume it did, because you get marooned once. You don't want to get marooned again, do you?
Right.
Just take my Xbox away next time, Mum. Please, for fuck's sake.
That's just China for you.
This is going to prompt a discussion. Well, hopefully. Anyway, Sinatra, I'm sure you have spoken about this before. What with the content of your channel. White House has held discussions with Fox News over its COVID-19 coverage. Now, that's one headline, isn't it? But another headline is White House puts the heavies on. White House warns Fox News. Or even if you want to go like to the extreme end of it, White House takes control over what news people are allowed to hear.
Well, we covered this on Friday too, sort of. That the White House, they're in talks with major media or social media organizations to sue them over COVID misinformation.
Yes.
So I just want to know how much farther we're going to let the government take control of media. I mean, more than it already has.
Yeah, I mean, normally when you say slippery slope, people laugh, don't they? But when it comes to the government, I don't think we can take that serious enough.
I reject the idea that slippery slope is impossible. I think we've seen more times than not that it's true.
I mean, socially, yeah, certainly. But with the government, I mean, let's not pretend that if you're going to if you offer that power that they're not going to take it. They always fucking will.
The government never gives back power.
And I'm not even necessarily talking about the American government. I'm talking fucking throughout the world. Historically, they have never given back power. They've never gone, all right, guys, we went too far. You know what I mean? That's scary, man. Scary fucking times. Now, I remember a while ago when you learned that the BBC and indeed all fucking television channels over here get a government grant every year. And you were going, so that sounds like government-funded news.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just like to bring that up with you right now and go, yeah, all right.
I just would say that they're funding them.
Huh.
All right, Polly? Okay. What do you think, Polly?
Well, I thought I had a lump on my left arm, and I'm like, well, that's scary until I check my right arm, and I have the same lump. So it turns out it's just a muscle.
You just discover your biceps?
No, it's in between the two. It's
what?
Huh.
Beneath the shoulder muscle, in between the bicep and the tricep. Apparently, there's a little muscle there. That only makes itself known when you sit in a certain way with your arm crooked.
Well, it makes itself known when you sit there squeezing your arm going, I've got cancer.
Did you discover your...
Never mind me.
I'm discover your exterior delt?
I mean, look, maybe it is a muscle. Maybe you've just got cancer in both arms. Do you ever think about that?
In the exact same spot, and it's metastasizing. Get yourself to an oncologist.
Hey, man, symmetry.
I'm trying to figure out where this muscle is. I'm feeling it. Okay, there's my strap.
Hold on. Just put.
I'm having a wee.
My collarbone. It's my exterior delt, my rear delt. I can't go any farther than
delt?
just.
What's the delt?
It's the cap of the shoulder.
The cap. Okay, so cap of the shoulder, right? You know where most motherfuckers get their tattoo, like where mine is, for example, like, you know, that spot in between your bicep and your tricep. It's right there, right at the bottom of the shoulder cap. That if you crook your arm in towards your body, all of a sudden it kind of just boink. I'm willing to bet it's probably just the bottom of the delt. That's all.
It's just your delt, dude.
Yeah, but it only makes itself not like different barbell curls or dumbbell curls versus like whatever the fuck will work different parts of your bicep. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I think that's all that's going on there. So I was like, wow, that's a really weird big lump, and it's like, no, it just turns out I've got really developed lower deltoids or whatever.
Hold on.
Yeah, Darren Root's like, Polydub gets the episode. Nice. Yeah, I'm following the story. Yeah, you know, government taking over news agencies. Meanwhile, I'm detecting muscles I didn't know I had. Yeah, I'm multitasking.
I hit a new milestone today. I got tired of the bench machine at my gym only going up to 250. So I rolled one of the like free benches they have for
that machine could only make 250 benches? That's terrible.
Yeah. I rolled one of the free benches they have over that they use for like the step up, step down real quick exercise.
Yep.
I rolled it over to the cables and I tried benching like that with the cables crossed behind me and going up. Hit 300 pounds for 4 reps.
Huh. You know what's interesting is I can do the stationary bike, no problem. It's cool, whatever. But I can't do the stationary stairs. The Stairmaster, I can't do that. That's when the hamster in a wheel feeling takes over, and I'm like, wow, I'm just wasting my life and running in circles here. This is terrible. I don't know why the Stairmaster does it, but the stationary bike doesn't.
I'm just really glad that you've both got a lot to say about government censorship in the news.
Well, I mean, the story kind of tells itself, right? I mean, I think you can imagine our position on both of it. It's like, wow, you know, it's the fourth estate is supposed to speak truth to power and independency in media. Joe Biden's in office. Yeah, take over media. Like, it's just
we own all the media. They don't criticize Biden at all. They are running with the story of some drunk fat guy yelling at Tucker Carlson in public, just completely ignoring the fact that Hunter Biden got caught smoking crack at 9 a.m. on a live fucking video chat, and that just didn't happen. Could you imagine if Donald Trump Jr. got caught smoking crack ever? Shit, we'd still be fucking hearing about it.
Oh yeah, Jared Kushner, you know, with a meth pipe that he bought off Wish.com. They make it into a China conspiracy.
Which I believe was $1 for 3.
It was, and your choice of colors.
Speaking of colors, Mystery bottle of liquid found between skeleton's legs in a hull. There's been a big archaeologist dig underneath this old hospital. Shit ton, because, you know, there was like a load of bodies buried there and everything. And it's not unusual for, you know, trinkets, rings, necklaces to be buried with them. But there was a bottle, there it is, full of a very brown liquid between the skeleton's legs, which says Hull Infirmary on the side. Ooh. Now, no one knows what it is. Okay. I say we keep the fucking cork firmly in place. Because I think that might be what bottled evil looks like.
It might be.
You know what? I didn't think about that because I was thinking like,
or it's soy sauce,
bioagent, you know, whatever the fuck. But no, if there was to be a bottle of evil, yes, it would just look like that. Like the bottle shaped the way it's corked. A woman would be holding it. Yes, a bottle of evil would look just like that.
Now,
yeah.
I think a bottle of evil would have a weird green glow to it, but
no, I think it would be understated like this. You never see evil coming, you know?
Yeah, you're looking at some like sadistic ichor here, aren't you? Like you unbottle it and it's gonna climb out the bottle itself.
This is either 100% pure concentrate evil,
yeah,
or
liquid
the greatest whiskey
communism
you
in a
ever
bottle
had in your life.
You wouldn't want to drink that.
You know what? I'd have to take a sip.
Well, yeah, but if Polly did, he'd throw it up afterwards. He'd be like, "This is 2,000 years old, you prick! What the fuck are you doing?"
I love the way that it's corked. That's great. It just looks like a really old cotton ball that's been pushed in there.
Right? We need several corks. We got a fucking wax seal on that. I say bury it again. Let's just bury it. Let's just pretend it never fucking happened, because whatever comes out of that bottle is not going to be fucking good, is it?
Yeah, because the idea is you want to take like a sample out. So send it to the lab in Wuhan. They can contain anything.
Oh my god. All right, we're moving on from this story and we're pretending it never fucking happened. All right?
Right.
Everyone forget this evil ichor that's going to come out and destroy humanity one fucking nation at a time. Oh, speaking of destroying humanity, emoji designers feature pregnant man in new inclusive editions to represent trans pregnancies.
How come none of them are black?
Oh. See, I like that, because the more inclusive people try and get with this shit, the easier it is to find fucking problems, isn't it? Using their own tactics. Why aren't any of them black? Why has only one of them got a moustache? The moustache one, I feel like that when I've eaten too much. So I'm all right with that one.
The woman on the
guy
left.
I just talked about, the Tucker Carlson guy, he looks just like
guy?
that.
Oh, yeah. Does he?
He looks just like the pregnant,
including the tits and the big gut. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
nice. Yeah. So he's a fat guy. See, the one on the left, I would have just thought, like, I mean, that could be like a U.S. women's soccer player. Like, you know, it's the mustache that sells that it's a man.
Yeah. Well, that would sell that it's the captain of the fucking U.S. soccer team as well, to be honest. But that is pregnant person and pregnant man. It's getting a bit much, isn't it? Do you want to know what's even more stupid? There is the Unicode Consortium, who are like the authority on emojis. We've gone too far.
I don't. They don't even have a Nan Cat Unicode emoji, but you got pregnant mustachioed men. This is stupid.
We've gone too far. That this is an actual independent company that goes, "Hey, you're not allowed that emoji, mate. You've got to submit it."
Step further from God.
Fair enough. Right? This fucking annoying, right? But even more annoying is the Unicode Consortium, the emoji police.
I hear you.
Yeah. We've gone too far, man. We've got it so good that it's going bad again. The Unicode Consortium. Thank fuck it's a non-profit organisation. I don't think that even makes it any better, though, to be honest. Holy shit. Although I am going to be using that one for when I've eaten too much steak. That's the only fucking way. Doritos.
Yeah, that's. They're going to be so upset when they realize that's what it's used for and not an actual pregnant man.
Well, I mean, do you remember when Apple solved gun crime by changing the gun emoji to a water pistol?
That's right.
I think we're putting too much faith in emojis, so much that we've got the fucking Unicode Consortium. Oh my god! My grandfather was fucking right. Doritos offers a 13-year-old girl $20,000 as a reward for discovering a rare puffy chip and listing it on eBay. They actually paid her $20,000. You found a rare Dorito, give it back to us. It's a pregnant Dorito, I think.
Yeah, no kidding.
She's
Better
found
Jeff
the
Bezos
queen.
better than Jeff Bezos giving $100 million to Van Jones. That happened. I didn't make that up. That's a true story. Van Jones he's a CNN contributor.
Oh, okay.
He's a communist, former green energy consultant to the Obama administration for 18 months until he got fired for saying racist shit on the internet. And now he's on CNN. Now he's on CNN as their race expert.
He's the white lash guy.
Yeah, he's the guy that night of the 2016 election that called the election of Donald Trump a white lash.
Anyone who is either called by other people or calls themselves a race expert can go suck a fucking fat one.
Well, he is black.
Never gonna get along with you.
You know.
Yeah, well, there's other races.
I'm gonna take a piss. I'll be right back.
No, but I mean, you think about this for a second, Drunken. You want to talk about confusing Jeff Bezos, the man who has like more money than Caesar Augustus ever dreamed of having, along with King Croesus combined? Like, you know, okay, he gives $100 million. King Croesus, yeah.
Okay.
You never heard that? You never heard of King Croesus?
No.
Okay, then King Edward or George, whatever.
Oh, yeah, I know those. Yeah, of course I do.
Okay, yeah, all right.
We're at school with them, as we established.
Yeah, same timeline, right? Yeah. He gave $100 million to two CNN contributors. The filthy communist, self-avowed communist, green energy race expert, race baiting scumbag fuck.
That's more like it.
Right, and then the celebrity chef from CNN. Now, why did he give them each $100 million? And I am quoting here, to do with whatever they want. Why? It's part of his new philanthropic organization, Jeff Bezos's new philanthropic organization that awards, get this, civility.
Oh, well, I'm a shoo-in then.
Yeah, so, you know, when you like are constantly declaring large swaths of the American public to be racist, and when you declare America itself to be indelibly racist, and you see everything as a matter of race, you are a peacemaker who's engaged in civil activity. Thus, you deserve $100 million worth of civility rewards.
That's fucking
And
ridiculous.
then the celebrity chef, what's he doing? Oh, I don't fucking know. Bringing unity through fettuccine? I have no idea.
Oh, unity through fettuccine. Yes! Come on, that's a fucking campaign slogan I can get behind. Sinatra should run for president under that banner. Unity through fettuccine. Yes, become a pizza society. A pizza society. But
there's no fettuccine on pizza.
Warren Pizza.
Well, I mean, you could put it on pizza, but why would you? Okay, favorite pasta, go.
Oh, I like penne.
Really? That's actually my favorite as well. Penne's my favorite as well.
Well, it's because like the tube can it can have more like meat and sauce and everything.
Yeah, it holds the sauce quite well. Yeah, and it's harder to fuck up in terms of boiling time because it's a little bit thicker, so you get a little bit more leeway that way.
Boiling pasta, that's the easiest fucking thing ever.
But sometimes you got the sauce going, you got your fish going, you're making the salad, you're staring at the woman's ass that's over for all the food, and it goes for an extra 30 seconds, and the difference between 30 seconds here and 30 seconds at the end is not el dente.
Yeah,
and by the way, I don't cook my pasta el dente.
High boil.
Well, I cook it on a rolling boil, but that's enough. 30 seconds, man. That's all it takes.
Well, take it down a notch, mate. Take it down a notch. No, you're in too much of a rush to eat your food there. Low and slow.
I got to agree with Drunken on this one.
What?
Let it simmer, then boil it. Don't just throw it in a boiling pot.
Low and slow, mate.
Low and slow.
You got
Sinatra, favorite pasta? Man. What's yours? Favorite pasta? What's yours?
Ziti.
Which one?
Ziti, master race.
Oh, Ziti. Yeah.
Now, when you say ZD, are you doing that thing where you say T's like is it ZT?
Yes, it is ZT.
That's what I said, ZT.
No, you said ZD. Sounds like a French footballer.
ZT? Is that better?
ZD Zidane. Well, I mean, look, what I'm saying here is this woman discovered a Doritos egg sack, and they're paying 20 grand to get it back. They made a dire fucking move in the Doritos lab, and we're lucky that civilization still stands. Millions of tiny little Dorito spiders coming out, breeding. We've all seen Godzilla. It didn't end well. Burrito, the weight of a baby, and a 96-ounce steak. Some of the most insane eating challenges.
Steaks.
Look at that. Oh.
Yeah.
That is from a
The
restaurant.
Fasoli's also a pretty good pasta, the little spinny kind.
That is from a restaurant called Bear Grylls. Not really appreciating the loaded fries here. That is just fries with meat on top. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm down for it.
The 96-ounce steak, is that that slab of cow on the far
No, that is
right?
a rack of ribs right there, as far as I can
Is
tell.
it really?
Yeah, you can just make out the bones right there. But we have got this is the El Criminal Mission Burrito. This is the boy right here. The Mexican eating challenge is enough to make you say hasta luego to burritos for life. I know enough Spanish to know that means I'm a fat bastard. Equal to the weight of a newborn baby.
It's a hell of a comparison.
Fuck yeah.
You know,
Well,
how big was it? Oh, half a baby. You know.
Yeah.
See, waitress, I was led to believe there would be newborn baby included in this burrito. All I can see is guacamole. What the fuck? I'm well in for that. No need to.
Hey, what's
bring a
for
friend.
dinner, baby?
Baby. This is the 96-ounce steak challenge in Southville. It's not the best cut, but then I guess for 96 ounces, I mean, this is taking up the
That's not a
entirety of the
steak.
pan.
It just looks like a. I'm trying to.
That is a joint of beef.
Yeah, like
How the
it's
fuck do you
it's a
cook
cow cube. You know,
It's a cow
not really-
cube, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I think what bothers me are the dimensions of it, because that thing's not going to be cooked correctly.
they're just kind of rolling it around in the pan, hoping the sear gets some
depends.
heat to the middle. You know?
It's gonna get really, really crispy on the outside, which nobody likes crispy fucking steak, and the inside is gonna be cold and raw.
But then once again, low and slow. You give it, like, make sure it cooks through, or cooks through as much as you want, so it's still pink in the middle. Probably give it a little slice to make sure that it's cooked as well as you want it, because something this big is a bit trial and error, and then sear that outside.
If you're going to do a steak challenge like this, what you should be doing is like the thin, wide, not the cube.
Yeah, but then like you really have to have a massive
Like
fucking pan.
Like the Bobby Hill steak in King of the Hill.
Because this is, I mean, as you can tell from the fact, this is a pan-fried steak, not grilled. If it were grilled, then I'd be totally with you. Because you're only limited by the size of your apparatus there, really, aren't you? But I'm admiring the peppering on this as well. This is seasoned well, except for this fucking side. And not a decent bit of marbling. To be honest, though, you're not, like, this isn't going to be a New York strip or anything like this, is it? This is going to be the shittest cut of beef you could possibly get at 96 ounces.
You know, I'm against that. New York strip, Chicago ribs, St. Louis style cut. Quit acting like you're the first person to cut a piece of meat that works.
Yeah, true that, yeah. I mean, over here, it's just called a strip.
Yeah. Oh, it's a New York strip.
It's a York strip. None of that new bollocks. We had the first York.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was looking up the different rib cuts, and it's like, oh, St. Louis style, Chicago style. And it's like, man, you guys are so full of shit. Like, some people cut the rib tips off, like, back in the caveman days, before St. Louis came along and decided to name something after
I went
themselves.
to school with him.
The guy who cut the first St. Louis style ribs?
Yeah, I went to school with him. Yeah.
Okay.
Red V7 in the chat says they put it in the oven low and slow. I'm glad that's becoming a thing now. Until desired doneness, and then sear it at the end. That would be the way.
You sous vide it.
Still not gonna get that fucking.
You know, leave it
crap.
floating in not boiling water for 2 days. That'll get it done.
Well, to be honest, it's not about the size of the steak, is it? Generally, it's about the cut for me. I do love a sirloin because you've got fucking excellent marbling, good bit of fat on the side. And and people pay a lot more. I mean, a ribeye, for instance, as well. The tenderest of tender meat right there. And you've literally just got to show it the fucking pan. and it's done. I'll pay a lot of fucking money for a decent cut of steak. It ain't about the size isn't everything, is it? Quality is everything when it comes to steak. Don't get me wrong, Polly. None of that fucking Gordon Ramsay gourmet shit. Like he gives you like a flake of beef and goes, that'd be 46 quid.
Well, yeah, food is art. Yeah, no, I hate it. It's like, oh,
food
here's
is not art. Food is fucking food, Polly.
There's this tiny little thing and like some cucumber fucking spears that have been arranged in this little lattice with some drizzle of raspberry, whatever the fuck vinaigrette over the top.
Jus.
Yeah, this is fucking garbage. You know, and all of it amounts to like 4 tablespoons worth of sustenance, and it's like, oh yeah, that's $90. Oh, fuck you.
Fashionable food pisses me off. And then we've got...
Why did my chat disconnect? I can't tell what anyone's saying anymore. Chat disconnected. What's going on?
This is the barbecue challenge. You got a shit ton of fries, or chips as we call them here. Some massive onion rings, although onion rings just, you might as well not exist.
Where did they get onions at?
What?
It's like a small strip of onion. You're not even... I'd rather eat batter rings than onion ring, because you're not eating it for the onion.
Are delicious.
You could like punch your way through the center of that onion ring. That's not good. When I could fit my fist through an onion ring, something's wrong.
Exactly. There's no point in those, is there?
It's okay to be wrong, you guys.
So
are they like those terrible Burger King onion rings that they're not like really a ring of onion? They're particleized onions that have been formed into a ring.
Don't like it.
Your burger
don't fucking like it.
Yeah, Burger King does that. It's disgusting.
Not mine. Mine has actual onion in the batter.
Now,
just eat an onion.
No, you're going to the Ohio local ripoff version, Burger King. That's different.
No, it's not Burger King. You know what I do like though? A bloomin' onion. That shit's good.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, bloomin' onions are good. They're good.
Fucking Burger King. Now I'm down with this. That rack of ribs is making my mouth water right now. That burger is fucking fantastic as well. I don't like a brioche bun though. The shiny shit. They're too sweet. Just give me a regular bun.
Yeah, I know they're always trying to go fancy with the buns. I hate the pretzel buns. You ever had one of those?
No.
I don't want my burger to taste like a fucking pretzel.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Yeah.
Well, then, I mean, there you go. That right there is going to give me the fucking pregnant man emoji right there. Do you know what I mean? That is a fucking huge meal. And finally, we have got Who Dares Wings. Which is, I mean, just for the name is fucking brilliant. It is 1 person, 5 sauces, 25 wings. Some of the hottest shit you can possibly get. 25 wings is quite a lot anyway, although I could do it in one sitting. I love me some wings. However, this is all about the fucking... this comes with sour cream as well, just in case you get a little bit overpowered by it. You know what I mean? Drunky loves
cream
wings.
With hot wings, though, is quite good.
But also... Drunky loves hot wings, but also Drunky loves pooing without crying the next day. So you gotta keep the balance, haven't you? That's some of the really cool foods anyway. First lethal attacks by chimpanzees on gorillas observed. Chimpanzees have been killing gorillas for the first time ever.
That it's been observed.
Well, yeah, all right. But we've been observing them for a little while. Look, here's a photo of them. So that's proof that we've been observing them. But chimpanzees coming in, fucking them up, mate.
See, they misuse this picture. They should have sold this to TMZ as like Bigfoot and his cousin Littlefoot. Like,
all right.
Yeah, instead of like trying to get some kind of recognition by saying we observed 2 fucking monkeys banging it out in the woods. Like he's like, no, look, Bigfoot.
What? Oh right. Fucking, you ruined evolution for me, you bastard. Fucking hell.
Well, I don't find monkeys fighting that interesting. What's the story?
I was going to get into the article, and it turns out that one of the chimpanzees fashioned a shiv out of an abandoned toothbrush it found in the jungle. Just went to fucking town. Start going up to the other chimpanzees, going, "Oh, you sneak some heroin into the jungle in your asshole, or I'm going to cut your family up." Ruining evolution.
The minute. That's what I'm saying. When a gorilla starts making pipe bombs and shit, let me know. Up until then, it's just 2 monkeys punching each other. I don't fucking care.
Give a shit.
Well, I think chimpanzees are more acclimatized to using tools, aren't they, than gorillas?
I don't think sticking a blade of grass in an anthill and then sucking the ants off the blade of grass, which I watched one time, and they're like, oh, look, chimps are using tools. And I'm like, okay, in the most technical of senses, I guess that qualifies as a tool, but by that standard, otters use tools to break open fucking shells. It doesn't make them fucking ready for space.
Yes, they do, but I've never seen an otter fuck up a stoat. Like that would be... It's like a really big otter.
I've seen an otter take on an alligator and win. So, I mean, you know, animals fight animals. Nature's fucking cold. What's the fucking story here? Monkeys fight. Thanks.
But they're so much smaller. Gorillas can like fucking just pick them up and fold them like a map. Chimpanzees are being smart here. They got hold of a fucking Nokia 3310, which they found buried somewhere in the jungle because those things never go off, like wine gums. Called them up. Phoned up his chimpanzee mate, said, "Oi, we're gonna fucking wrestle with these crazy sharks."
Who also found a Nokia in the ground, you know.
Yeah,
it was a wonderful coincidence.
They went West Side Story on them, mate. This is huge.
Right, the Jets and the Sharks fighting it out in the fucking jungle. I love it.
Well, when the chimpanzees start taking on the sharks, right? We got a story. It was Jets and Sharks, yeah.
Was it?
Zed, 25 minutes ago. I'm sorry, dude, we got into it. Throw $1 to Streamlabs saying slippery slope is more accurate than not. Just because you're not guaranteed to slip doesn't mean you're not very fucking likely to slip. Fucking true that, mate. Fucking couldn't have said it better myself. Right, can I interest anyone in some compo face?
Yes.
You want some compo face? Here's some compo face. Well, we're loading compo face. That's horror! Horror! After son, 7, weird name, spends £1.3 thousand on mobile phone game, forcing family to sell a car. Now, here's the favourite thing about this photo for me, Polly, is that the photographer went, "Oh, what is it? You're a dentist?" Oh, shit, hold on.
Had the best nachos this weekend: chips, cheese, pulled pork, barbecue sauce, sour cream, bacon bits, and jalapenos.
Oh, bacon bits. Looney Lenny. Now you're fucking talking. Or as they're known, lardons. Do you remember there was a weird thing in Britain where everywhere was selling pulled pork? And I mean fucking everywhere. There was posters of it in the street and shit like that. I have no idea where it came from. And then it just disappeared again a couple of months later. Like no one was...
The trends are weird like that. Did you guys have the gourmet donuts over there? Yeah, did you have that trend?
What does gourmet mean?
You know, fancy. Like it's what Gordon Ramsay's doing.
Yeah, so it's from the gourmet region of France.
It's the Deuce de Louche.
Yeah, that's how we say it here. How do you say it?
Gourmet.
Oh, that's weird.
No, it ends M-E-T, not M-A-Y.
Yeah. So
it's gourmet.
Right, so...
It's like
the hot dogs you get at Home Depot are not exactly gourmet.
Monet... Chevrolet?
Yep.
Chevrolet. That is how you say
Did you say Chevrolet? Please tell me you do.
No.
Do you know what? Let's agree to disagree and just call it a fucking Chevy, shall we? Like, I don't want to get into it tonight.
That's too warm. Chevrolet.
Yeah. But it's spelled Chevrolet. Like gourmet is spelled gourmet. Monet. Monet. Huh?
No, it's...
Anyone else thinking of any other words?
It's a very regional thing, and I'm like...
Monet.
Yeah, it's like the way people pronounce that German car company. Bimwa. Like it...
Bimwa. Fucking Bimwa.
Well, yeah. I mean, I can't judge you because I call French bread croissant. I just refuse. So anyway, here's your combo face. The photographer obviously went, oh, you a dentist, yeah? Yeah, I'm a dentist. Go and put your fucking uniform on, would you, for the photo?
Yeah, get into the scrubs. Put your little beeper thing on your pocket there.
There's no way he was just on his way out to work, like as the photographer stopped by here, you know?
You know, I'm working hard for the NHS, and my son, who we've... we're going to shoot him from this side, but so you can't see all of the ways I bounced him off the wall when I saw the bill.
You can't see his bruises.
Yeah.
Like, can we get the kid to hold the tablet in question? No.
I was about to say, does that Brad have the little fucking device in his hands there? The picture's pretty small.
I'd rather get him to hold a piece of folded up cardboard because I've told him he's not allowed to use that tablet until he's 34.
Yeah, here's some crayons and a piece of cardboard. You go ahead and draw whatever you want on there. Pretend it's a game. I don't care.
I'm gonna maroon you on a fucking island, mate.
He has to go panhandle to pay that motherfucking money back.
Mm-hmm. Get out there, shine some shoes, you little shit. Fucking hell. But let's get into... this is something that... I can't remember who it was. Sent it to me on Twitter, and it is kind of fucked up, if true. It is the Dallas City Wire. Dallas Justice Now advises rich whites to make space for minorities at Ivy League schools by redirecting their applications. So they've been sending letters to people saying, right, I've noticed that you're a well-off white family living in this area. If you really are an ally of Black Lives Matter, then don't let your kids apply for college. Because,
okay.
Because people
Could you explain
people
that?
of color could take that place instead. Right?
No, hold on for a second. Let's just stop and think about this for a second.
Okay.
And it's good you explained that, because from that headline, I didn't actually catch that was what was being said there.
Yeah.
So, okay, I get it now. By redirecting their application, it's like advises rich whites to redirect their application to other schools, comma, making room for minorities. See, that's what we
You're
call
white,
using the language
we're
to make
black,
sense.
You shouldn't be allowed, we should.
But okay, Ivy League schools already have their race quotas. So
they do.
Yes, they do. So
Yeah.
Dallas Justice Now, you're ridiculous jokers. Fuck you. And the brown, yellow, dark brown of your
Say it's
your,
red.
your
Orange, yellow, red.
red of your font is insulting and obvious. Did Asians are like denied entry into Ivy League schools because they score spectacularly high despite being a ultra minority in the population,
As
because
we
they go to
earlier on.
Saturday schools and they're raised by tiger moms and they have a culture of excellence. So,
As we asserted earlier on, there's there's only these races. These are the only ones. Do you know what I mean? Asian doesn't fucking exist as far as these people are concerned, does it?
Well, no, when they say minorities, they only mean certain minorities, because
course,
Asians represent an absolute, like a much more of a minority than African Americans as a demographic goes.
Well,
they limit the amount of Asians that can come in, because otherwise there'd be a predominance of Asians there. Same thing with Jews. They limit the amount because there'd be a predominance of Jews there. They want like this nice, harmonized, understood, acceptable to everyone who looks at our numbers makeup. So they have to do quotas to pull that off. They don't want it to be a system of merit.
They mean their community. Right, so they're not saying, as you said, they're not saying, let's get fucking more people, more Jewish people in, more fucking Asian people in. No, they're saying more of our community and our community.
Well, you know what?
They're not sending these letters to Asian families either, and there are a lot of fucking well-to-do Asian families too.
Well, I have absolutely no doubt that the people that you're describing are in fact involved in Dallas Justice Now. But I would say predominantly Dallas Justice Now, if I were to take a stab in the dark and had to put some money on it, the majority is a bunch of guilty white liberals.
Not from what I've seen. I've actually got one of the letters in question here.
Really? It's not a bunch of white people that have come up with this wonderful idea.
No, this was on Twitter. This from Kathleen McKinley. This is not someone. I can't remember who it was. Whoever it was. Thank you for sending it to me. I'm sorry. All your names fucking merge into one when it comes to Twitter DMs. But they sent me this screenshot, and then I asked, where did you find it? And they found the link.
Where are we, John boy? If I had to guess, I'd say communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
Why do I need to be an ally to BLM? If I'm not an ally, am I considered an enemy?
I think you are, Coulter Krill. It's
Yes.
the whole you're either with us or you're against us thing. The rhetoric that did not work for George W. Bush when it went to fucking invading Afghanistan and Iraq. I mean, fucking, if you're not fighting with us, then you're our enemy. And France, of all fucking people, France went, fuck you. And how did America react? Freedom fries and liberty bread. It was just fucking ridiculous, mate. Didn't work for fucking George W. Bush. It shouldn't fucking work for BLM. There's such thing as being neutral. Or rather, not being an activist, but also going, yeah, they're alright, I ain't got a problem with them. I've not got to go out and beat someone over the head with a fucking bike lock to prove that I'm not a bad person.
You know, I like the way you said, because you said there's something neutral, and then you went on to describe like it wasn't really neutrality, and I appreciate that. It's sort of like I don't really have as much anger over this as you have. See, your emotional agitation doesn't necessitate my agreement with it.
What, mine?
What? No, anyone's. Like, you know, it's like oh my God, we have to save the whales. And because you're really angry about saving the whales doesn't mean that I have to give a fuck about Japanese fishermen, you know?
But then if you're not out there screaming save the whales as well, then they're going to smear a load of fucking blubber on your front door.
Well, that's a bit...
because that you're being...
Ironically enough. Yeah,
you're being bullied into an alliance with them.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. And I agree with your position that it's like, no, again, your level of agitation doesn't necessitate my agreement with it.
Agreed, yeah.
The angrier you are, the more I need to agree. No, why? No.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, otherwise we would have to agree with every religious zealot and every political pundit and so on. I mean, that's ridiculous.
That's just, that is, I mean, that sums up, and obviously, no offense against you guys, but American fucking culture in this way at the moment has been a fucking... It seems as though everyone thinks as they're wrapped up in this battle of good versus evil, and everyone thinks they're the good.
You know what?
But
I hear. I know. You know what, Drunken? I hear you. I hear you. But
do you know what I mean?
Allow me to apply a different perspective. No, I hear you. I hear you. But that's actually just Twitter and news entertainment, and the majority of Americans are completely not like that. Because when you roll around, most people don't care about these things, and you get white people saying, it's like, I don't want to be seen as a racist, but Jesus Christ, all this stuff about CRT, this sounds like a bunch of racism. Yeah. But it keeps being pushed on. I mean, look at the way like school boards and counties, the reaction to it's a small number of people who are pushing this idea because we're on the top of Moral Mountain, we understand how things work, and we don't want to be called racist. We're going to go ahead and do this stupid shit. And everybody else is kind of, no, this is weird. No, the majority of Americans aren't actually that way, man, at all.
But then CRT is a fucking excellent example because on both sides they're going, look, if you're teaching people to be racist, and then they're going, but if you're not willing for this, then you're racist. So both sides are going, you're racist, which really means everyone should be getting along. Do you know what I mean?
Well, no, they're all racist, but they're not against the same people.
Fucking hell. Right, the letter says, we are writing to you because we understand you are white, lowercase, and live within the Highland Park Independent School District, and thus, big word, benefit from enormous privileges taken at the expense of communities of colour. You live in the whitest and wealthiest neighbourhood in Dallas, whether you know it or not.
Hold on. Taken. That was excellent, very unsubtle word choice. Is it taken from communities of color? Yeah. Taken from them. Because if you have something, it's because you've taken it from someone else. Hey, listen, pinko Marxist, get fucked. Not everything in life is a zero-sum game. Just because I have something doesn't mean I stole it from somebody else, you fucking childish-minded fool.
Well, there's only so much privilege to go around.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, there's 100 units of privilege that have been donated to the world from the beginning of time. And we're all just trading them around, and we got to make sure these 100 units are equally dispersed. Fuck you, Marxist. Jesus.
Hell yeah.
Try developing a subtly sophisticated, like, I don't even mean like widely sophisticated, but just like marginally sophisticated view of the fucking world. Nothing, like I said, not everything is a zero-sum game where there's a limited amount of things to be obtained, including privilege, wealth, jobs, etc. That's just not true.
Well, I mean, if you talk like physical resources, yeah, there's a finite amount. But when it comes to like something societally based, like privilege, then no, it's something we fucking made up. How would there be a finite fucking amount?
Well, that's what I'm saying. When you conjure a notion, that's like saying you've got, you've built up far too much karma in your particular county. Like, wait, what?
Yeah, go out and commit a crime, for God's sake. What the fuck is wrong with you? Whether you know it or not, you've earned or inherited your money through oppressing people of colour. However, it's also understanding that you are a Democrat and a supporter of the Black Lives Matter movement, which makes you one of our white allies. Not allies, man. White allies. That's the second tier. And puts you in a position to help correct these cruel injustices. We need you to step up and back up your words with action and truly sacrifice to make our segregated city more just. You're all right with the segregated
part.
Fuck
my children. Fuck my children in their best interest because you are guilting me into believing a zero-sum game view of the world that's ultimately informed by Marxism and your personal racism. How many ways can I tell you to get fucked? Why aren't you Dallas fucking racism now contacting Ivy League schools and demanding larger portions allocated to students of color?
Because they don't need to,
if you will.
They don't need to. I did a video. I think it was sometime last year. I mean, it was obviously last year, wasn't it? where I went through all the... This is on one website as well. All the scholarships offered to people because they are black, and all the scholarships offered to people because they are white. Now, there was like 180 black scholarships on this one website just for being black, whereas the only ones for white people I could find were because you're Irish, because you're Polish, right? Because you're fucking Dane or fucking Dutch or something like that. That was all down to nationality. Whereas the other ones, and the black scholarships outnumbered them. 180 on one fucking website. And I couldn't find one single one because you got a different color skin.
Do you know why Asians predominate? Like, in terms of like there's so many more applications, even though they're a smaller portion of the society as a demographic.
Pushy parents.
Yeah, pushy parents. They send them to Saturday schools.
Am I right?
No, you dude. It's a culture of excellence and very pushy parents that do not allow their children. Two-parent homes predominantly amongst Asians. The list goes on and on. All the things you would expect. All the boring old things that have been repeated again and again and again. And so Dallas racism now doesn't, they don't want to do anything like, okay, so black parents, send your kids to Saturday school and, stop having children out of wedlock, two-parent homes, discipline, and push them towards excellence like Asians do. Thus, broadly speaking, thus present it. No, don't do that.
Your daughter learning the violin at the age of 5 because it'll give them the edge when it comes to applying for higher education.
What about Sinatra's a big fan of pointing out the soft bigotry of low expectations, and that's what I mean. It's wrapped up with the white savior complex or the white oppressor complex. It's not like, here's how Asians do better in this system that is supposedly systemically racist and should be stopping them. Like, Asians generally, Koreans specifically, are the top performing demographic in American society, but yet somehow this is a system of white supremacy. And the response to that is, oh, well, they're succeeding in spite of it, not because of it. Oh, but African Americans are failing because of it. So what's the difference there? Well, the difference is there, I want to be right. Well, okay. Yeah, so don't go and look at why Asians are succeeding and then push black folks to do that in their community. Get that kind of excellence. No, I mean, just the applications are coming in with lower SAT scores, lower GPAs out of high school. And, even with given apportionment of quotas for African Americans, they drop out sooner, do not score as well at Ivy Leagues because certain seats are reserved for them and they are not able to compete with their fellow students on the average. Well, yeah, because the seats were allotted for them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. The one thing I do disagree with, though, is they're not called African American. They're Idris Elba Americans. Right, so they say, we are asking you to pledge that your children will not apply or attend any Ivy League school or US News and World Report Top 50 school. If you do not have children under 18, then we ask that you pledge to hold your white privileged friends, family, and neighbors with children to this standard. These schools have afforded white families privilege for generations. Having your children attend these schools takes away spaces from students of color who really need the job opportunities, education, and influence that these schools provide. Conveniently forgetting, by the way, that guy who got into Princeton for his personal essay just wrote Black Lives Matter 100 times.
That was actually
got
Harvard,
offered a place.
Yeah.
Was it Harvard? Oh,
it
fuck.
was Harvard, yeah. Yeah, and fuck Harvard
over
by
Princeton,
the way.
man. Oh, fuck Princeton as well. Fucking.
Well, I'd take Dartmouth over both of them. What's your point? Listen. I'm saying it has been taken from. No. Listen, Dallas racism now. I would love to have a fucking conversation with you, and you can come on my channel and do it. I'll go on to your fucking. I'd love to debate you on that fucking point. Taken from a student of color. No. There are seats allotted specifically for all of the racial demographics that you're so interested in. So nobody could take a spot from a minority. The Ivy League schools you are so worried about, the top 50, all have quotas already. They're already operating in the racist manner you approve of. So go talk to them to increase the size of the quota if you're worried that there aren't enough students of color there. Socks, if you will. Except for the Asians, of course, because there's already too many of them.
Yeah.
The weird racism checker game they play.
That's the soft bigotry of high expectations when it comes to those poor fuckers.
Well, I love the way Molly Okami said it. How'd she say it? No, we're squarely in the
no expectations.
Yeah, hard bigotry of no expectations. So this is just white savior complex. Is that nobody can do this for themselves except for the Asians, but let's not talk about them. Black people can't do it for themselves. White people, you need to check yourself and do this thing of getting out of the fucking way because you only have this because you've taken it from someone else. Wait, what?
Well, I mean, the argument there is always, but fucking slavery. Forgetting that it was a fucking huge Chinese workforce that built the fucking railroads in America, right?
Well, but again, the whole thing is undermined. Listen, if there's 100 fucking seats that are made available for students of color, and of those, 40 of them are for African American students, whatever amount of applications are or are not sent in from rich white families makes no difference. There's still the same 40 seats for African Americans.
Agreed.
What I don't,
Detron from down on the corner who dropped out in the 6th grade could fucking apply.
And he listed his job as a street pharmacist.
I'm saying it doesn't matter how many Ho Van Pings applied or whatever the fuck. There's an allotment that's allowed, and that's the end of it. So complain to the fucking school and quit sending out these letters. What the fuck are the letters going to do?
Sin?
What?
You were going to say something.
I think it's just funny that they go no Ivy League or top 50 colleges. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Well, community
That's
college
decided
is
by
fine.
World News Now. However they made that. This is the same way that I've graded papers. You throw them down the stairs, and one at the bottoms get A's, and then progressively up the top.
I fucking knew it. Right, they went on to say.
I'll be back in a couple of
I
minutes.
knew that's how I got my fucking degree. I fucking knew it. They go on to say, we know that this sounds like a tough commitment to make, but it is truly disheartening to see wealthy white folks sending their charitable donations, posting hashtag Black Lives Matter on social media, or putting up yard signs as if to say that minimal effort is all they are prepared to do in the fight for racial justice. The quest for justice requires commitment from our white allies, not just allies, white allies, and we thank you in advance for your anticipated cooperation in making such a commitment. Thank you for helping make our city more just. To sign the pledge, please visit DallasJustice.org.
Sealbunk. First one. C. Thomas, thank you for the $2. The low expectation softly placed on... Oh, come on, C. Thomas. This is like a fucking paragraph. Okay. The low expectation softly placed on coloreds in regards... Coloreds.
Yeah, come on,
bro. In regards to
what,
academia,
is this the 90s? Fucking...
Yeah. Bastard. Academics demonize hardworking white people and ignoring hood rat culture. Hold on. Fuck hard work, I guess, is the summation of that, because it gets pretty fucking... There's some edge in that, C. Thomas. Damn, man. What the hell? Yes, it could all be summed up with fuck hard work, I guess. Yeah, it does seem to be getting there.
Is that it?
There's let's just say that, hood rat colored, maybe it gets a little edgy.
Yes, yeah. Just try not to get this channel deleted, guys. Say what you want, but within reason. To sign the pledge, please visit DallasJustice.org. Now, there's a lot you can see, because this is a tweet, right? There's a lot of comments just going, oh my god, that's obviously fucking fake. It's fucking not. An open letter to the wealthy white liberals of HPISD from Djinn, right? And it basically that says everything that was in the letter right there. And you can take the pledge, right? You got your name, and you got your last name, and then your email. Will you take the college pledge? I agree, or no, I am a racist hypocrite.
What? Do you think... Well, hold on. Now I'm just like, so what's the point in the letter? The point in the letter is that they have the names and addresses of a whole bunch of rich white people that have voted Democrat.
Yes.
And what are you gonna go expose all the people that we sent a letter to this person and they sent back no, so we know who the bigots are now? Are they just trying to...
Please note, Dallas Justice now will be publicly announcing the names of those who have and have not signed the pledge. Here is the white allies who signed.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on. You don't have like script block running, and so it hasn't brought up the names? It's actually empty?
There's just nothing. I tried highlighting the names and there's nothing there, mate.
Okay, wait. I got a little heated. The whole story, I got a little heated, all right? That made it all worth it. I'm happy again. My mood was getting tempered, and I was getting hot over it, and now I'm tickled pink. That was a roller coaster ride of emotion, Drunken.
It's
Well done.
all about the punchline, buddy. Like a fucking Korean cinema. I pull the rug out from under your feet when you least expect it.
Yeah, that was great. What a twist ending. And Sinatra missed it. Oh, fucking hell. That was good. That was really good. I love it so much.
Shit. That should have been the titular article, but how would I wouldn't have been able to word it in the title without giving it away. So instead, today's titular article was brought to you by the tagline, Right-handed man, you thought you were ready for Florida man. You guys wait. Right-handed man almost masturbates to death. A medical case study. He jerked it so hard, he gave himself a stroke.
C. Thomas for the $2. I'm a little worried. Okay, what's coming in here? I have to speak the truth, Polly. We all know that one particular culture is ignored as a source of things. Seriously, I hate...
Right.
C. Thomas hates certain things in society and some people who speak upon others and elevate others.
Okay.
He doesn't like that.
No, I guess not.
and C. Thomas has spoken his piece. All right.
So C. Thomas has spoken.
Well, I mean, you can go back, right? All the words are underneath the little seal bonking his head on the glass unknowingly, right? You can see, you just pause it.
Oh, no, I have the views up.
Ow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess so C. Thomas doesn't like when certain people are elevated. Yeah.
What?
Here is your money for the getting the joke.
Thank you very much, Travis Gardner. Much appreciated, mate. Much appreciated. So, the way this is written as well, this fellow redefined mind-blowing sex after he suffered a life-threatening stroke while repeatedly masturbating. Now, medical experts are saying he's lucky he escaped the ultimate unhappy ending. The unnamed 51-year-old right-handed man, that's his name now, right-handed man from Japan, admittedly enjoyed pleasuring himself several times a day, according to the new case study published by the Medical Journal of Stroke and Cerebrovascular Diseases. However, one explosive self-love session went awry when, after climaxing, the serial stroker was struck down by thunderclap headaches and severe vomiting.
Serial stroker, does it actually say that?
It's right there.
Am I? Well, it's pretty small. Okay, serial stroker. All right. Now, hold on. This is a local Fox affiliate. Is that right? Am I seeing the colors correctly?
This is Fox News.
Yeah. Okay. This is just. Oh, so it's full on national Fox News.
Fox News, yeah.
What? Wow, Fox. Jesus Christ.
Unnerved,
okay, go on.
but it's very unapologetic and very unfeeling, this article, man. Unnerved by the unsexy symptoms, the man rushed himself to Foreign City University Hospital, where he was found to have low blood pressure, and confusion, two telltale signs of cerebrovascular accident, according to the medical case study. Emergency medical technicians suspected he had a stroke while stroking, and a subsequent CT scan confirmed that the man had indeed suffered a subarachnoid? Spiders in your brain! Hemorrhage, a potentially fatal type of stroke sparked by ruptured blood vessels in the space surrounding the brain. So, like, he literally wanked himself almost to death.
I'm... Okay. If you're going to call masturbating in a news article stroking, like, you've crossed a line that you can't come back from now. You've done it. So now...
You might as well
sexual
lead into
intercourse can be justifiably referred to as banging.
At this point, yeah, you're completely right.
Did you see me? You've crossed a line. Yeah. You've gone there. You didn't need to go there.
The journalistic integrity is weak, isn't it?
It has been for some time, but this article, like, particularly, like I'm saying, like, once you've gone there, you can't say that you haven't been there. So.
Oh, we've all been there.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, I just, why didn't you just play with the pun of stroking and cerebral stroke? You know, why didn't you just, there was lots of comedic room to operate there.
To be honest, like, it's someone about, like, it's a story about someone almost dying. I don't think there's any need for puns here at all.
Right.
You know,
Right-handed
have a bit
man.
of fucking empathy, have a bit of fucking humanity. But the thing is, he's I think he's Japanese, so Fox don't give a shit about him. Do they?
I guess so. I
There's your hard bigotry. It's just the bigotry was far too hard, almost killed him. And you may now consider yourself newsed. Oh, that was some long news. Sorry about that, guys. That was some very, very, very long news.
Okay, hold on. Darren Roots cracking jokes up in chat, right? That easily could have been part of the article. He didn't see it coming. Yeah, that could have.
Yeah.
They could. With the level that article was at, that would not have stood out as being untoward within the context of that article.
Fine, because you're not a fucking journalist. You're allowed to make these jokes. Do you know? That's
But
what
that's the
humans
point.
do.
We're like the smart ass peanut gallery. You're supposed to be the journalist. I think you've gotten it confused, writer.
Yeah. Incola says, no, dying from jerking off is funny. Fuck you. Now, that's fun. We can say that, just as Polly said, you know, because we are the fucking people who are reading the article. But for someone writing the article, I mean, I say it again, journalistic integrity. Just as Polly said, if you refer to it as, you know, having a stroke while having a stroke, then what else is out of line here? Banging, shagging, going to Bone Town. You know, like we said about the slippery slope thing earlier on. This is real as fucking ever right now.
Because it actually uses, you know, the serial stroker. Like, okay, he didn't have a series of cerebral strokes.
Stroke.
Should we have a game?
Nothing. Billy Squire.
All right. Let's do the game.
Should we have a game?
Sinatra,
Today-
you missed the punchline, man. It was great.
It was a
You
great
totally missed-
punchline.
Yeah.
It was a
I think I
three-tap
caught the gist of
punchline.
it from when I sat down.
Oh, okay, all right. As long as you
No, the previous article about racism in Dallas now.
Yeah,
There was a twist ending.
It's all right. Nah, it's all right. It's all right. Let's get on to the game today. We are going to be playing an old favourite. Guess the movie
nice.
from a sub
I like
headline
this
I
game.
made up and pasted onto the template of a newspaper. It is, of course, the game where I describe a title of a movie to you, a well-known movie, and you have to guess what it is, even though I've not used any of the words from the actual title. You guys know exactly how this works. Let's get into the fucking game, shall we? Chat,
yes.
also, you are able to play along with this if Polly and Sinatra, or Sinatra, do not get it before someone in the chat does, then the point goes to the chat. Cha-ching!
Freedom.
Journalistic Integrity donated $1. Says, I'm lost. I don't know where I'm at.
We're looking for you, man! I promise we're looking for you. Right, let's go.
I mean,
We've got
why is it always the expensive socks that I can see my toes right through, that they're so thin? Why is that?
It's gourmet socks, mate.
Well, I just don't think that those things
Sorry,
are quaint.
gourmet.
I think they would be thicker and more luxurious if you paid more for them, but it doesn't seem to operate that way.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. Your game.
That's
Let's
the
do
economy,
this.
mate. That's, we'll talk about that one later. Right. We've got 10 rounds and one tiebreaker if needed. On to the first one. Call it out when you get it. The bits of fruit in your juice aren't real.
Fuck.
The bits of fruit in your juice aren't real.
Man, you've really encrypted this one.
Yeah, no shit.
When you hear it, you'll get it. It is Ham and Beans in the chat, Pulp Fiction.
Well done, Ham and Beans. That you must have the Drunken decoder ring. That was
Bits of fucking fruit in your fruit juice, pulp.
yes.
They aren't real. It's fiction. Look, here's the thing. You can't say a shit if the chat got it.
No, I guess. Yeah.
You're just fucking jealous, mate. You'll never write for the Daily Drunkard, where journalistic integrity is prime. On to number 2. Yeah, all right, Rocco. Chat got it. I fucking saw you, prick. Right, let's move on. The captain of the Nautilus has gone missing.
Oh fuck! What was the captain of the Nautilus' name? 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Exactly.
What the fuck was his name?
The Jules Verne.
Captain Horatio Hornblower not here.
Finding
It's
Nemo.
Ham and Beans got it in just before Sinatra is indeed Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Captain Nemo. Some of them are clever. Some of them, a lot of them, not. Number 3. Good-looking lady.
Pretty Woman.
Boom! Point to Polly. Suck a dick, chat. Number 4. Crazy colonial killer.
American Psycho.
Boom! Sinatra in. Everyone's on the board right now. We've got it all to play for.
A Psycho is not necessarily a killer. That was terribly done.
No, crazy, though.
Well, true.
See, what I'm going
but
for is...
wait, American Psycho. It's not American Psycho Murderer. Where'd you get killer from at all?
Well, because it was crazy colonial killer. I wanted the subheadline to sound
You wanted to do
nice.
the KKK thing, right?
No, it's a CCK, mate.
Fuck.
How fucking dare you?
You want the I don't know.
I want it's alliterative, almost.
See how he connected it to an actual killer? Well done. I appreciate it.
Right.
All right.
4 already. Guys, we're steaming through this. Number 5. An eco-friendly unit of distance.
The Green Mile.
Oh, fuck. Oh, dude.
See, they're not shit. They're really, really good.
Not just a large man, a great actor who I enjoyed. Rest in peace, buddy.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, is he dead?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's been gone
for a number of years now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just sad. Whenever I see him in a movie, it's like he's not Michael Clark Duncan. Isn't just a big guy. He was also like a really enjoyable actor.
He was really good in Waiting.
I thought the execution at the end was just make-believe. Fucking method acting, man. Jesus Christ.
Huh.
Right, number 6. Valiant valves and ventricles.
Braveheart.
Boom! You see? It's
Yeah, I see. You're working on 2 levels. I can appreciate it. Yeah.
That's the German KKK. It's actually WWW. They pronounce it weird. Should know what they call the internet. Jesus. Right, on to number 7. Association of physical altercations.
X-Men?
No.
No, that's like... Jesus Christ, hold on.
Association of physical altercations. Name the
League
movie.
of Extraordinary Gentlemen with penis implants?
Not Bryce in the chat. Fight Club.
Oh.
Yeah. Altercation. Too many syllables for Sinatra. God bless him. On to number 8. A French dish of stewed vegetables. This could be a difficult one, even for the chat.
Probably not. Chat's pretty fucking sharp, man.
Well, I mean, there's more of them than you guys. Do you know what I mean? Ham and beans, ratatouille.
Oh yeah, I could have been here for the next 3 days. Nothing. I didn't see Ratatouille.
My mom calls that Goose. So yeah.
Okay, no, I wouldn't know how to spell that, so I'll stick with ratatouille. Right, on to number 9. Beelzebub's barrister.
Devil's Advocate.
Boom!
I appreciate the alliteration there. That was I like it.
Thank you. Oh, I know you were sarcastic, but thank you. Right.
No, I actually wasn't. It's like, see, he's working on it like on multiple levels. He went with barrister to additionally encrypt it because we don't know what the fuck a barrister is. You know?
Well, clearly you do.
Well,
Yeah.
Yes, but
It
only
was
because you told me.
originally it was going to be Satan's solicitor, but I thought no, you're definitely not going to go that.
Yes.
See, I would have gotten that one. Barristers.
But by the way, that movie has an extremely corny premise, but is actually really good and entertaining.
Oh man, Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino, like the scenes they do together were just fucking phenomenal.
Like his Floridian accent is fucking ridiculous. It doesn't matter. It still works. You get to see Charlize Theron when she was still youthful with a round face instead of the bony weirdo she is now. Yeah. You get to see full frontal. Unfortunately, she's scarred from head to toe, but still full frontal. You know, it's good. It's a good plot. It really works.
The writing's beautiful as well. Like at the beginning, you know, are we negotiating? Always. And then at the
Always.
end, are we negotiating? Yeah. Always. Fucking
yeah.
Fantastic.
The
ending
repetition
was
of lines.
Yeah.
When he's like pressure. Some people crumble. Some people focus. And they go, Kevin, we talked about this. Remember? Pressure. Like it's the way it's a great fucking script. People say Pacino overacts, especially in the screamy scenes, and it's like, no, fuck that. He's the
goddamn devil. Of course,
yeah.
I mean, that was like, who can say that the 20th century didn't belong entirely to me? It's such a fucking strong line.
Like, of course, when Kevin Lomax asks him why lawyers, and he goes in this argument, he's what are you talking about? Until the stink of corruption rises and chokes heaven. Like, it's just great fucking over the top lines. It's just love it.
But the ending's brilliant as well, because like throughout all of it, it's been based off of his pride, hasn't it? Like fucking losing a case and shit like that. And then he goes at the end of it. Spoilers, by the way, guys, but it's an old film. If you haven't seen it, it's your own fucking fault by now. He goes, no, I'm not going to do it. And so it's a fucking photographer, a journalist who comes in and still gets him, but this time through vanity.
Yeah. And
it's such
the way
film.
He sets him up, if you notice the pride thing, is through the whole thing. It's like his wife says to him, are you really this good? And he's like, I hope so. And then when he wins that stupid little kashrut case or wins it through appealing to kashrut law to the Jewish judge for this voodoo guy, it's a stupid little health code case. But he's like, yes, I did it! Like, because he found the way, right? His fucking pride over and over again.
Absolute winner of a movie. The ending particularly is brilliant.
It is.
It's so well written. Al Pacino, fantastic as always. Fucking Keanu Reeves, what an honor it must have been to work with Al Pacino. Right on to the last one. And Sinatra, if you get this, then we're talking tiebreaker, mate. So look alive, motherfucker. Guaranteed gore. It's a difficult
Blood Simple?
one again. Nope.
It would have worked for Blood Simple. A great neo-noir film.
Okay, but that's not the answer.
Okay.
There Will Be Blood.
Boo!
Yes!
Holy shit!
That's a movie? With Daniel Day-Lewis, acting man? I've never even heard of this.
2006, maybe 7.
What happens in it? Like, what's the deal?
There's blood. Yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis is an oil baron. It's a phenomenal show.
But I don't really like acting man that much.
Acting man.
Acting man is
He
the full title.
pretends he cares.
Have you seen him in The Crucible? I mean, that's when he's full on acting man. It's like he's saying the lines like he wants the people in the top fucking balcony back in the left to hear him. It's just, God, man. You can tell he's a stage actor that doesn't realize that he's in front of a camera and the microphones are still picking him up, you know?
Well,
Leave me my name!
How did you get that? Because we were talking about There Will Be Blood soon, or recently.
The chat have won that with 4 points.
Yeah, they definitely won.
Against Sinatra's 3 and Polly's 3, which means between Sinatra and Polly.
Ooh, tiebreaker.
We're going to need a tiebreaker.
I have a chance of getting
which means,
one more
gentlemen,
point.
I'm going to need for Sinatra and Polly for you to both close your chat. Sinatra, I'm definitely looking at you.
Yeah, right? You cheating bastard.
Because, I can't trust the chat. I can say to the chat, could you not put the answer in?
Just as a side note, I was complaining.
You can say do not put the answer in, but there's always one guy, usually Divine Petulance or in Collar, is like, I know the answer, I'm smarter than everybody else.
No, hold on. Listen, I was talking to Far the other day. You ruined Bait and Switch. You know how hard I worked on that fucking game? I can't believe you actually went to the Switch website and just started going, oh, I know what it's 2. You ruined that fucking game. Fucking hell.
Whereas I only knew Cooking Simulator because I actually own it on Steam.
Yeah.
And it's fun. Right. Final tiebreaker. Here we go. Your chat's closed, gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
Sinatra?
Yes. I said indeed. Can you not hear me? Hello?
He also indicated you're not a gentleman, by the way.
I can't. I don't know how to prove it.
It don't matter. I wouldn't believe you anyway. Right, here we go.
He's been playing Lonely Man's Delight this whole time anyway. It doesn't.
No, I beat the game. I beat it.
Did you? Oh, okay.
It took me fucking like 8 tries, but I beat it.
It's the final round. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Lube.
Grease.
Boom! Excellent work, Polydub. Fantastic. The independent adjudicators are in at our end of the game of Guess the Movie from a Seb headline I made up and pasted onto the template of a newspaper. And it is the chat coming in with a 3rd victory For this, the
Well,
first
wait a minute.
season
Wait,
of AAA
wait.
Meeting.
Hold on. Now there's a tie between Polydub and the chat.
No, there's not.
Yes, there is.
What
4
was
and
chat
4.
at?
Chat's at 4, but you have just beat Sinatra. Well, the chat have already won.
But it's 4 and 4 now.
That tiebreaker was just for you guys.
No, but it's still 4 and 4
Doesn't
now. So you have
matter,
to
mate.
pick-
I've
I'm more
not got
interested
another
in,
one
do I get a
prepared.
point
Do you have
getting
any
closer to...
fucking idea how long this game takes to make, Sinatra? You want me to pull one out of my ass right now? I can't even name a
Yes.
fucking film right now. I've just got There Will Be Blood rocking around my head. And do you know what? There fucking will be in a second, mate.
Let me see if I can pull one out of my ass.
Christ on a bike.
Go watch Blood Simple. It's a good movie.
Well,
A child's backup plan.
A child's backup plan. Polly against the chat. A child's backup plan.
Child's Play?
No.
Adolescent Alternatives?
Is that a movie?
I like it, but it's alliterative.
Maybe.
That's the main thing.
What is it again? Child's what?
Backup plan. A child backup plan.
Ah,
I don't know. Just Chad can have it.
I don't think that's happening either.
Home Alone 2.
Oh, fucking hell. Baby's Day Out.
Is the plan in the title? Kind of.
Look Who's Talking?
The plan is kind of in the title.
I'm trying to think of movies with babies in it. I just...
No, I didn't. I never said baby. I said a
You're gonna end
child.
up on a register. Baby Geniuses. Oh my god, that's going back some.
The fucking Godfather.
Yeah, you don't get the game. At the end of that,
Who
It's-
takes control? Do you guys not do that overseas? The godparent thing?
people have been known to, yeah.
Yeah,
But no, you're
if the parent
describing
dies, the godparent gets the child.
You're
in religious-
describing the title, not the plot. In this,
Yeah,
game.
but
you
no,
just described the plot.
that's what I mean. Like, you should have went with like Deity Dad.
That's yeah,
See,
Daddy Daddy. Yeah, that would be it. Alliterative as well, Polly. You get
See, yeah.
you get me. At the end of that game, it is the chat coming in with 4 points. Polly in second place with 4 points with an asterisk next to it, and Sinatra says with 3. So well done, chat, bringing you up to 3 for season 1 of the AAA Meeting. Fantastic work. Should we have a couple of questions before we get out?
Sure.
Sure. People in the chat, if you've got any questions for myself, Polly Double Sinatra says, whack them in the chat and we'll answer a couple before we fuck off. Steve Dave just threw $1 to streamlabs.com/drunkenuncle saying, holy shit, chat, you did it! A 72% ratio. 80 would have been fucking great, but with how hard it is to get even 1/3 out of you lazy bastards, I'll take barely passing. Still, keep liking and sharing. Fuckers! Thank you very much, Steve Dave, for your support and for always getting me to really spit at my monitor when I overpronounce the word fuckers. Incola says, leave Drunkle's game to Drunken Uncle. Sage advice right there. As Zach Osmond says,
Hey,
godparent is
it's something I pulled out of my ass in 5 seconds. You can fucking suck off.
Maybe it should have stayed up your ass, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I did Deity Dad in less than 5 seconds, like on the spot.
And I would have got that. Yeah, I totally would have got that. Yeah.
It's just
There's a lot of them
title.
which can be very,
Okay, well,
very
I'm
obvious.
curious. When you beat Lonely Man's Delight, do you get full nudity? Like, I'm actually asking.
You get that throughout the game.
Do you like? You know what? I've been
Lonely
told
Man's
this again and
Delight.
again, and I've looked up these images. Okay, and like I cannot tell the difference between somebody's Honey Pop Rule 34 and actual Honey Pop nudity.
I don't think they would need to make Rule 34, but it's just.
Well, you know what I mean. Like
nothing
just someone's
special.
like someone's deviant art nudes.
I just didn't see the conversation going this way.
It's anime tits. It's nothing special.
I I just think it's a giant fucking thing that people are pulling over my eyes. We're saying, oh yeah, there's totally nudity in those games. And I'm like, I don't think there is. I think people are just fucking with me because I've never played.
No, there is actually nudity, but I mean, who cares? It's anime titties.
Well, I mean, what do you mean, who cares? You're fucking playing the game. Obviously you do.
You know what? It's like Playboy for the articles, but the puzzles are fucking addicting. It's one of those match 3, and you have to get a certain amount of time or a certain amount of points and a certain amount of moves.
All right, Polly, just take the fucking drink and shut up, right? Wade Wilson says, no rollover tonight. Do you know what? It has cooled down sufficiently enough. I feel as though we could finally complete the Stick of Truth. I think we're on the final round of that. I think, yeah, let's go complete another game. All right. Yeah, I think we can do it. Fantastic. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling warm. Give me like 15 minutes to just open the fucking window and let the fucking hot air piss off and the cold air come back in again. And I will be over on Twitch in a little while after this show. V Vitae says, from now on, let's just call a tiebreaker half a point. Well, I mean, the winner's called before the tiebreaker anyway. So it didn't matter. Living the Dream says 40k stream when? You've just missed it, motherfucker. You just fucking missed it, because that's it, guys. This show is over. But if you find yourself with an itch that only a AAA meeting can scratch, then don't go jerking yourself to death just yet. We'll be back on Wednesday on the Polydub channel at 10:30 p.m. GMT, 5:30 p.m. EST, and 4:30 Central. Right, Polly? With news, games, and bants that will make you literally turn up on time. Well, we'll see how that goes. I'm heading over to twitch.tv/drunkleplays for some epic gamage. While you're there, be sure to check out Sinatra_says. But if it's way past your bedtime, then thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for all the wonderful donations. Best goddamn chat online. And don't lube up a horse.
Or you.
Horse.
Or get caught doing it.
Don't get caught.
Horse.
See, you get me, Polly.